Let's make sure, is everything working? Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure that this isn't, like, dead. Can you guys hear me? Okay, nice. Okay, so, new trailer. I was expecting it to be later in the day. Cause, okay, I wake up and it's like, oh, by the way, the trailer dropped hours ago and you're late again. I'm like, alright, that's fine. I didn't want to be on time anyway. Oh boy. But I have seen, some screenshots and, like, little bits and pieces of the trailer just because Twitter and various Discord servers I'm on. But, man, I haven't watched the entire thing yet. So it'll be really interesting to see it. Unless, okay, I may have watched it technically because of the leaked trailer back when that happened, because I did watch it. But I don't know how different it is. And from what I've seen, there's more in it, and then it'll look cooler. So, okay, I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes for people to arrive, and then I'll start reacting and stuff. 'Cause it's fun. This trailer can actually tell what's happening. That's good. I would hope so. Be a little concerned if we couldn't see anything. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna swap away from the starting soon screen. All right, there we go. So, a few things before we get going. First of all, this stream is going to get copyright claimed, or content ID'd, or whatever it's called. It's gonna get copyright claims because movie studios all on top of that. With when I reacted to the Ruin trailer, totally fine. Last time I reacted to the FNAF movie teaser, Universal Studios was on that thing as soon as it wasn't alive anymore. So I'm going to be probably unlisting this video. However, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna be unlisting this video, also because the thumbnail's garbage. I kind of just threw it together in a span of 10 minutes. But yeah, I don't want to have to deal with copyright stuff, and then the video won't perform as well, and then my other stuff won't perform as well, and that kind of sucks when that happens. So, it's gonna be rather interesting. Yeah. Wanna make sure I can see live chat over here. Okay. Don't they still hit unlisted stuff? Yeah, but then I don't have to worry about it because it's unlisted. I don't know if they do, but I don't understand why they would copyright this stuff. Why wouldn't they want people to watch the trailer? Yeah, I don't know. It's certainly a choice that they've made, but, like, I can't stop them. Like, I wish that I wish that I could. The thing is, like, it's not an issue until the stream ends. Thank you, Spencer, for the $5. Yeah, it's just like, I don't want to have to stress about that again. That was annoying. Had to be like, okay, is this gonna actually cause issues for me? And, like, it doesn't, but, like, also, people can find if they want it. It's not necessarily about the music. They're able to claim the video whether the music is copyrighted or not, so it's pretty unfortunate. Yeah. It's just the content of the trailer. If it is trailer belonging to it's the reason why, like, certain YouTubers and stuff, whenever they make content, like, talking about movies, they can only use, like, a certain amount, like, certain clips, and they have to, like, spend a whole bunch of time editing it down so that it doesn't cause issues. Thank you, Katie, for the $5. But yeah, like, there was this, I think it was, Saberspark, did a video a while back on, like, the Balto movies or something, and he spent, like, a solid while trying to get that thing passed through copyright because, like, they just could not use clips in the movie. of the movie in the video, and it's a time. Maybe reversing the screen will prevent that. I don't know how to do that, and I doubt it, unfortunately. Shout out to the other folks here with dozens of hours of FNAF theories under their belt and literally 0 hours of actual gameplay. Yeah, I feel that. That's a mood. Alright, do we think we have enough people in here? YouTube was bugging and I couldn't interact with the live chat. Yeah, I had to reload it as well. Alright. Hello, guys. Alright, yeah, so just for anyone new who's joined, I haven't seen the trailer yet, and I've seen, like, bits and pieces of the trailer due to, like, using Twitter in the last 3 hours, and also being on servers where screenshots were posted. But, like, it's fine. But, I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'm going to be reacting, like, maybe blind if it's not exactly like the leaked one. But, we'll see. And I think I'll give it just, like, maybe 1 more minute before I start watching, just so that we can get more people in here. I'll just keep chatting and stuff. What? Among Us? What? Why are people Among Us-ing in chat? Why is there an okay, never mind. You're watching me? Yeah, that nice. Sounds good. Spoiler for the movie, it has FNAF animatronics, and I would hope so. Oh, man. Do you think the remnant was the friends we made along the way? Yeah, I'd say so. I'm dehydrated. And this, kids, is why you drink water. So you don't start randomly coughing on stream. Anyway. Gregory, have you ever heard of Among Us, Gregory? Yeah. Alright. Thank you, Kaylee, for the $5. Alright. I think we're doing pretty good. So the plan is, I'm going to watch the trailer. I'll try and keep my reactions and stuff to a minimum. Thank you, Dax, for the $5. I'll try and keep my reactions to a minimum during the trailer, of just, like, baseline reactions of, like, oh, wow, that's neat. And then afterwards, I'm going to go through and actually, like, pick it apart and stuff. Thank you, Real Let Me Coop Up, for the $2. We're all gonna enjoy this movie. Oh, yeah, I certainly hope so. They did change the eye colors for the animatronics. I don't think the eyes were going to be red the entire time either way. It's just, like, a certain moments type of thing. So, like, it makes sense that they would have different eyes at times. I don't know. Alright, looks like we got a lot of people here. Apparently it's rated R. If it's rated R, I'm gonna be very sad. I'm gonna have someone else watch it first so that someone else watch the movie first so that I can actually know if it's something I'm willing to watch. But yeah, so it looks like we've got a decent number of people in chat. So I think I'm going to watch the trailer now. Let's see. For my head.
This is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes. The security guard.
Okay, so let's see what this note says. Notice of delinquency. If you do not respond to this letter, we may contact you at work or contact your employer and refer the case to something. You'll be subject to eviction if you do not contact the Department of Delinquency. So, I'm guessing he's broke, and he needs money. Thank you, Lucha Dandy, for the $10. Do you think Golden Freddy in the back is scary? Just wait till you see the Uber review he left for Corey. Man. I want British accents. Yeah, I wish there were British accents, but, like, I get why they didn't go with it, because it might be confusing to non-longtime fans. Mike is paying child support. Well, he's, older brother taking care of his sister. No parents in the picture as far as I'm aware. Let's see. William also looks either shocked or excited that he has a new victim when William calls the job. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking, is like, the tone of his voice and his expression just give the vibe of, oh yeah, I got another one. Fascinating. Alright, so Mike is probably desperate and needs a job. So that's why he's taking up this. And I think he also says...
I will take anything.
Yeah, he says he'll take anything, so he just needs any amount of money. I will say, probably not the best thing to lead off the money-wise for, you know? Just cause, like... What if they just like, oh, you'll take anything? Minimum wage! And I mean, he does get that in FNAF 1, so, you know, check us out. Have to be desperate to work there. Yeah, just a bit. First time hopping on in a stream, nice to catch one. Yeah, nice to see you here. I've been streaming at random times whenever stuff happens.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids.
Alright, place was huge in the 80s with the kids, so this is clearly the 90s, presumably. Unless it's the 2000s. I don't know. That would be interesting, but...
They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
So, what I'm interpreting from this is Freddy's... After the missing children... So what I'm getting is, there was one Freddy's, and it closed. And there hasn't been a Freddy's since then. Pause at 35 and look in the top left corner of the office. You can see it's me on the whiteboard. Alright, I'll keep that in mind and make sure quality's on highest level. Alright. But yeah, so... What I'm... So yeah, what I'm getting is... Freddy's closed back in the 80s after the missing children's incident, and now it's been closed since then. So that's already a bit different from the games. And the owner isn't willing to let it go. So William is holding on to the place, probably because of the haunted animatronics. Because, you know, it's William.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
What was her expression there? She's like, I understand.
And you will sleep.
She's just excited to be here. She's like, oh yeah, haunted restaurant, let's go. Good for her. She seems happy to be here. I'm glad she is. It's possible that Mike is not related to the rotten Mike we know in the games. Oh yeah, he doesn't, like, the fact that he doesn't seem to know William implies to me, yeah, no, they are not related. Thank you, Kaylee, for the $2. Hi, can you please make a video about Lizzie's death? Maybe. If I can think of anything that I would need to make the video on, because, like, it's pretty straightforward, I think. I think it takes place during the 90s because Mike is using one of those old phones. Yeah, that checks out. It makes sense. But yeah, at least one of them is, yep, that is correct. Let's see. Interesting. So he's looking around. So in the books, one thing that's interesting is the pictures would change because of the spirits. The spirits would mess with them. And that was how, like, some lore stuff got revealed. Looking at this one picture in the back here, and I don't know if that's Chica or, like, I'm just in here like, spring body? You can see Balloon Boy drawing, so it's after FNAF 2. Well, the thing is, like, from what I can tell, I'm pretty sure Balloon Boy and Puppet are going to be in this movie, because I think actors got, like, leaked for them or announced for them or something. So, as far as I'm aware, like, it's possible they existed earlier in the timeline. Let's see. Alright, and so you said 35 was the... You guys said 35 was where the It's Me was on the wall. But I don't think I can see it in this quality. Or just this lighting in general. If it's there, it's hard to see. But I believe you that it's there. Bunch of YouTubers on the wall. Yep. There's Daco, I believe. I don't know of any YouTubers. Like, I'm bad at recognizing people, which is kind of unfortunate. And I'm bad at names, so I'm just gonna move on. Oops, wrong button. There we go.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
They have the cup. I don't know why, but just like the way the cup looks, it's just like in my head. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just. I think it's the rim at the bottom that like my brain is like 3D modeled cup. Thank you, RC Polygons, for the $5. I think William/Fazbear Entertainment should patent the murder mask thing as a device for parents to discipline bad children. Maybe not. I feel like that would count as child abuse. Man.
Monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear.
Tutorial lady, the phone guy replacement. He's been replaced. This is so sad.
Come to life.
Okay.
Mike's just saying that where fantasy and fun come to life. Oh, just you wait, buddy. Just you wait. Your sister's gonna get kidnapped. You might get kidnapped. And actually, the animatronics might be chill, but just not like adults. So your sister might be fine. Vanessa might be lying to you. She's like, oh, they want to make her one of them. I personally doubt it, given the way the animatronics are in every other aspect of the franchise. They're not trying to kill children, but you never know. But yeah, RIP phone guy, he's been replaced by tutorial lady. And there's Vanessa.
You must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you
His confusion is like, why are you here? Did I do something wrong on my first day? Please tell me I'm not gonna die. And then she's like, have you met them? Like, Vanessa, why are you being so cryptic? He's just like, have you met them yet? Like, that doesn't give him any useful information. Who is them? That's not very specific. Vanessa is very sus. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Vanessa's totally in on it with William, gotta be. I could probably believe that. She is a little suspicious. And, like, if she is anything like a game Vanessa Vanny situation, it's a little suspicious. I know she's in hospital towards the end, but I don't trust this version of Vanessa. Yeah, that's my thoughts as well. But hey, could be surprised. Or maybe Vanessa's, like, the example character. You know how in horror movie, like one of the example characters where in horror movies they have something bad happen to one of the side-ish characters so that they don't have to kill off the main ones? It's FNAF, it's supposed to be cryptic. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't call it out. Just imagine some police officer comes up to you and is like, have you met them yet? It's a little weird. Or she's like the cop from the books and the only person trying to stop Afton, also totally possible. How canon do we all believe that this movie will be to the main story of the games? I think it's based on the games. I don't think it is the story of the games, because if it was just the story of the games, you would have Mike sitting in an office for 6 hours, 5 nights a week. Which, not particularly interesting.
Met who?
And the animatronics look really cool, just generally. Yeah, and Mike asks, met who? And she just says, them. That doesn't get any more specific. You gotta explain yourself, woman. So, place is haunted. Oh my gosh, they've got plushie. It's a little spider webby, but you know, they've got plushies. I want plushies. But I gotta pay for college. But yeah, so building's haunted. Good for them. The animatronics look very cool. I wonder, if Mike had just let them vibe the entire night, would they have left him alone? If he had just let them jam out on stage the entire night, would they have just kept jamming out on stage and, like, not bothered him? Mike, did you cause your own problems here? When the screens glitch, there's a paper that says Nebraska? Interesting. Let's see, what? Good question. I think it's gonna be as canon as the Silver Eyes trilogy. Similar concept, another universe. Yeah. They're taking from elements, and this is I think this is closer to the games than the Silver Eyes because it is Mike Schmidt, and that is the name of the character in FNAF 1. Even if in the games Mike Schmidt is very likely Michael Afton. Thank you, Jacques, for the $5. Why are you making this so complicated? I would be very interesting if Mike was Michael like in the games. It would be interesting, but I doubt it, given he didn't seem to recognize William's voice back here. Because, like, he's chatting with William on the phone. He got offered a job by William.
The job that you offered was still available.
Yes.
And, like, he doesn't seem to be his son. So I don't think it's going to be the same situation. Because in the games, Mike is well aware that William Afton is his dad. No, they power surged themselves off. He didn't turn off the power. He almost did. Oh, okay. Alright, that makes more sense. Salt Lake City, Utah. Hurricane, Utah, actually. And also it is pronounced hurricane, not hurricane. This is a common misconception. I made that mistake, and then I was just in the car. And I'm like, oh yeah, FNAF is in Hurricane, Utah. And the driver's like, oh, it's actually hurricane. And I'm like, excuse me? Thank you for the $3. If animatronic identify as them, Vanessa's right. I'm not sure what exactly you mean. But, oh, if they identify as them. Animatronic's pronouns are they, them. Fair enough. You live... Okay, so... yeah, so it's pronounced hurricane. I don't know why. I also don't know why William and Henry are like, yes, you know where we should set up a restaurant? Hurricane, Utah. And then William's like, Scott, just like, you know where I should set my horror game franchise? Hurricane, Utah. Clearly. Oh, man. Alright, let's see. So, he was about to turn off the power. Okay. Looking through the monitors.
Kids went missing.
Foxy looks cool. What was that? Something got dragged off. Oh, a body! That's a person's hand! I didn't notice that the first time! Oh no! Oh no! That's a person! Oh no! Person's dragging... Missed the It's Me again? I tried to find it and I couldn't see it! But yeah, so a person's hand, that's great.
The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
Abby, Mike told you to go to sleep, and what did you do? Clearly not that. Go to bed, child. Don't get kidnapped by the animatronics. Was that the hand of 97? That's a good one, Mr. H. It's Phone Guy, he got murdered. You know what? If that's Phone Guy's appearance in this movie, I can get behind that. Phone Guy representation. Good for him. Except also not, but you know. But yeah, so this challenge is to go to sleep. I'm gonna head out, it's getting late here, I'll watch the rest tomorrow. Sounds good. It'll be unlisted, so you can find it in my past live streams playlist. I think there'll be some sort of overarching deeper story since they basically revealed the biggest plot points in the trailer. Well, the thing is, like, they're setting things up, and I think this is good for, like, getting us, like, all the important characters that are going to be in the movie. And I think for people who know stuff about the games, it's a lot of information. But for people who don't know stuff about the games, I think it's good for them to get this information going in, if that makes sense. Creepy ghost children laughing, good for them.
They never found them.
At least it's not...
Hello?
They never found...
Yeah, slight upgrade from the several straight seconds of Balloon Boy laughter from the previous teaser. Oh, man. It'll be interesting to see if the next movie takes place before this one. Yeah, that would be quite interesting. Someone theorized the animatronics are protecting Abby from Springtrap. Now that makes more sense to me than what Vanessa's like of, yeah, they're going to yoink your sister and make her also an animatronic? That seems a little weird to me. Notice how Abby sounds suspiciously like Balloon Boy when she says hello. I sometimes sound like Balloon Boy when I say hello. I've been told this by 2 separate people. In, like, 2 separate states. Man, the police of Hurricane, Utah checked everywhere except William's fursuit collection. That they did! Oh, man.
Found them. That's why.
So, we've got people here. Okay, guys, for some reason, like, if you guys know who Tubbo is, this guy gave me Tubbo vibes. Just the haircut, I think? My initial response was Tubbo in my head, but I don't think that would not make any sense. Thank you, Dogman, for the $2. Keep up the good work. I will do my best. Okay. But yeah, so we've got... Yeah. Abby's clothes keep changing every time we see her. Could be different nights, maybe. But yeah, so... Midnight Motorist shirt? Yeah, that does look like Midnight Motorist on his shirt. But yeah, so, I don't know who this guy is, other than looking like Tubbo. I believe this is Hank, and this is Max, maybe? Because I'm pretty sure she's a character that got mentioned, but I don't know much about her. Dream SMP canon, oh boy! Hank is not Henry Emily. Yeah, I doubt it, but it would be pretty interesting. Okay. Do you think they're going to show the MCI? I don't know if they're going to show it happening, but I think there will be flashbacks to that time and what went down. Who are Hank and Max? So they're new characters for the movie. They got their casting announced a while back. I don't know anything about them other than that they exist. So, will this movie actually span 5 nights? Well, I feel like the audience who isn't going in as, like, knowing much about FNAF would be very, very confused if it wasn't 5 nights at Freddy's. Maybe that's the family who lost their children. That could be part of the history there.
By the place.
But yeah, so, like...
They never found them.
So, Hank's got a baseball bat. Who is he planning to smack with that thing? Hank gets killed by Bonnie in the supply closet. Yeah, he's a little probably dead. Hey, since Michael is seeing the ghost children, do you think maybe like the ball pit, he could end up sharing some of their memories as to understand what's happened to them? Yeah, I think something pretty similar to that's gonna happen. I think it might be Abby who gets the memories because she's the one who we see at one point in like either, I know it happened in the other teaser trailer where she sort of went into the ball pit and was looking up through it. I think that it could be Abby who is getting the memories, but who knows? Hank put his baseball bat down at the wrong time. Yeah, rip. Also, Bunny sketched in the dirt. Probably the kids being like, yeah, so the guy who killed us looked like this.
Ghost children possessing giant robots.
Ooh, that was a cool cut there.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots.
Yep, there's the hook. And there go the children.
Thanks for the heads up.
Mike seems very skeptical, but just you wait, buddy. Just you wait! Just you wait! You hope that there's a spring lock scene now that Spring Bonnie is here. I think that could be very interesting. Yeah, that could be something that happens in the climax of the movie, where, like, to escape. Yeah, something along the lines of in the Silver Eyes, where Charlie spring-locked William. It could be sort of like that where Mike or Abby does here. Golden Freddy only has one blue eye, so I think he's going to be one kid, probably the crying child. I'm not sure, because, where is... Okay, so you got five children. 5 children. You've got 5 children. So unless one of them is the cupcake. Which, you know, possible, since I'm pretty sure the cupcake moves at some point. I do think there are 5 kids in... I do think 5 kids were killed, and that they're in the animatronics. But I just... The thing is, like, there's also the Garrett character, who I'm very interested in. I don't know if it would be just the crying child, but maybe it's, like, just one in control at that moment. I don't know. Thank you, RC Polygons, for the $5. There should be a post-credit scene where William and Henry yelling at each other about William's creepy obsession with his persona, Spring Bonnie. I mean, I doubt that would be in the movie, but that would be hilarious. Carl can be possessed? That would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there's at some point, I saw pictures on Twitter of the cupcake moving. Like squinting. And I don't know if that's just, like, carryover from Chica, or if maybe this kid over here is the cupcake? If so, man, has it so much worse than everyone else. There's a clip where Abby is looking at a picture of Spring Bonnie holding hands with 5 kids. Nice. That might be the one I was thinking of earlier. Ah, yeah, that's gonna be there. Let's see.
Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
And there's Freddy.
What do they want?
They want to make her.
Okay, yeah, so that was the... So I was seeing the rabbit. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I can see things well. Alright, so yeah. But yeah, so there's the 5 kids. And they dead. They dead. They are not alive. The 5th kid is probably Golden Freddy. Yeah, that's my thought. And there's the Balloon Boy picture.
Want to make her like them.
Which seems a little strange to me.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Okay, something about Michael's line there.
What do they want?
They want to.
I mean, it's probably just like him saying the word want strangely, but also I've listened to Michael's sister location speech a lot, and it just the way he pronounced want gives me those vibes of Mike's accent from there. So, like, I don't think that's particularly strong evidence for him being an Afton, especially since William doesn't seem to have an accent, but, like, maybe they could be covering it up, but also Mike doesn't recognize William. So I doubt it, but I just thought it was interesting and that I would point it out. PG-13 or R? No idea, but I hope it's PG-13.
And make her like them.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna make her like them. That seems out of character for the animatronics. I think they just cut off Mike's line. He probably says more after the want. Maybe. But yeah, so... yeah, so it seems strange to me. It's like, oh, they want to make her like them. I find it interesting that Vanessa would say that, because it's either a situation where she's misinterpreting their actions, or she's actively lying to him about what they're doing, because if they're anything like the animatronics in the games or the books, they're more likely to be protecting Abby from Mike because they think he's a threat. Maybe Mike is estranged from his father, taking care of his sister, and we see William is clearly pretending to be someone else. Plus, Charlie didn't recognize him in the books. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that, like, when Mike was super young, his parents split up or something. But I still find it strange. I guess we'll see. Like, I don't mind too much either way, but, you know. But yeah, so it could be. So with Vanessa, either she's mistaken about what the animatronics are really trying to do, or she's just lying. Thank you, Patrick, for the $5. It seems they toned down the red eye glow, which I'm happy about, but I still prefer the dead, glassy-eyed look of FNAF 1. Super excited still. Yeah, I think the yellow and red that they have going on, like the yellowy red stuff that they have going on, looks pretty cool. Where was you? Where'd they go? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, see, there's the cupcake moving. The cupcake is alive, sort of. So maybe the cupcake is haunted. So, how do you stuff a child in a cupcake? I don't know. All I know is the cupcake moved, so unless this is an extension of Chica's soul, I don't know. Oh, man. Poor kid. Hey, whoever's spamming H in chat, please stop. But yeah, so, Cupcake. Cupcake is phone guy! Oh my gosh! That would be... I doubt it, but that would be funny and sad. And I'm not sure if that's better or worse than my phone guy is the phone theory. I mean, the thing is, Cupcake moves in the VR game. Yes, but it would be funny. I mean, if there's a person to figure out how to stuff a kid in a cupcake, it's William Afton. Yeah, that's fair. By the way, guys, I'm gonna open up my, hang on. I'm gonna start putting people in timeout for spamming H in the chat. Just because it's like, guys, you don't need to. Anyway, so, let's see. I have to swap some stuff around here so I can access it. Alright. Anyway, so.
Tell me how to stop them.
Alright, so. So I'm guessing, so Mike eventually finds out, oh yeah, the things are really actually haunted. That's unfortunate. And so he must know how to, what's going on here? Okay, so is this Vanessa getting super close to them?
Like them.
Papi! Tell me how to stop them.
And a child reaches out from the depths. Fascinating. Just like, yoink. Who's this? Chat, can you tell who this is? You think that's Max? Okay. Yeah, that's possible. Alright. Yeah, so Hank gets yeeted by Bonnie. Max gets, yoinked by the Freddy kid, maybe? There she goes, and there goes the chair. Rip. And Foxy murdered that poor ball pit ball. Rip. That's rather unfortunate.
Papi! Tell me how to stop them.
Hang on, I'm actually gonna go, like, what's he running through here? Is this just like, because there's a person. There's a person kind of just vibing there, so what is this scene and there's another person there. What's he running through?
Stop.
Alright. And there's Freddy. Oh my gosh. He's just staring into your soul. It's the mall he's running through? That makes sense. Oh yeah, there was some images and video stuff that was leaked from the mall. That makes sense. Pretty sure this movie is PG-13. I certainly hope so. Unibrow? No, I think it's just shadows, but it is kind of funny how it looks like that. Oh, and the lights turned red. That's lovely. Oh. Hello, sir.
Bobby, go!
Child. It's a child. Look at him go. Like, and I've heard people say that this is Garrett. Is this Garrett, guys? I don't remember what people look like ever. So this is Garrett? Okay, because if this is Garrett, I'm 99% sure Garrett is Mike's younger brother. And if Mike is seeing this, that implies memory hallucinations. Let's go. Ghost Kid Hallucination Forest? Yup. It's Garrett, the actor for Teen Mike, also said that this is his little brother. Yep, that sounds about right. Look at them go. But yeah, so if we have,
Bobby, go!
if we have Mike's brother in here, he's presumably dead, given Abby is the only kid we see around. And if Child is dead, that could be connected to the bite of 83. I don't really see what else it would be. Because the thing is, like, even if Michael isn't Mike Afton, then, it's possible that, like, you still have teenage boy doing dumb stuff and sticking his little brother in Fredbear's mouth. You know? That could be why Golden Freddy seems friendly. Yeah, I think that's very possible. Especially if, like, Garrett is... Yeah, if Garrett is Mike and Abby's sibling, that would make sense as to why they're just kind of vibing with each other. In one of the scenes in the trailer, you can see Bonnie and Chica on the camera, but there's no cupcake and the vent is open. Yeah, the cupcake has vented. Have you heard of Among Us, Gregory? You're gonna have to be sus, Mr. Cupcake. Mike, Abby, Garrett, 3 siblings who don't recognize their father, William. Clara, the baby isn't mine. It would be interesting if this was a connection to the Immortal and the Restless, but honestly, I don't think the Immortal and the Restless is as important as... I don't think it's that important. Because, like... I don't know. I just... So, the thing is, like, I think pretty much all the meaning we need to get, we can get elsewhere. If there is any meaning. And, like, we're given, like, some sort of, like, explanation for it in the logbook, where Mike writes that he relates to Clara. Mike relates to Clara in The Immortal and the Restless, because there's all these crazy things going on, and he and Clara are the only one who see it. So I'm not sure that The Immortal and the Restless is, like, that big of a deal, honestly. Why so angry, Chica? The cupcake abandoned her, so she's not particularly happy. If the if the cupcake does have a spirit, he got it worse than the others. Yup. Okay. So there is a person on the floor. That's unfortunate. And there's Vanessa in the hospital. RIP. So, person on the floor, who do we think this is? Because that is an adult, it seems. An adult woman? Question mark? Because of the heels? You think this could be Vanessa? Yeah, maybe. And maybe this is what happened and then she ends up in the hospital? William, did you accost this woman at her home? That is very rude. Mike's mom or Vanessa? Yeah, possibly. But yes, there's just a person on the ground. That's unfortunate. I wonder what the newspapers say. I wonder if we're gonna get a better shot of them in the actual movie or something. But yeah, so, she is, not doing too hot, it seems. That's unfortunate. So Mike is in the hospital with her, so maybe he found her and brought her there? Interesting. Whoa, okay. Violence. Mike, don't punch people. And also, Mike imposter confirmed. Mike being sus. He's being a bit sus at the moment. Have you heard of Among Us, Michael? Oh, okay. The lighting went from blue to red as soon as he knocked that thing. Oh, hi, William. Hello, sir. Why are your eyes glowing like that? I'm pretty sure you're not haunting the suit yet. This is where Glamrock Freddy learned how to vent. Yes. Okay. So yeah, William has a knife. Good for him, I suppose. But yeah, so I'm interested by the glowing eyes because that's either the animatronics eyes glowing, but well, he looks like Springtrap. Somewhat. So the Spring Bonnie suit is definitely decayed somewhat, but William at this point would still be alive, based on him being alive in this movie up to this point. He doesn't have to kill them with his bare rabbit hands. Yeah, He stole Vanny's knife. That's why she didn't have it in the game. Only one knife gets to be in the series, and it's in this movie. The suit is destroyed at the side of the head, so maybe it's after the spring lock failure? Maybe. I just don't know if they would have him get spring locked during the moving and then have him be up into moving around also during the movie. Knife to William, it's a canon event. Ah, yes. You can see a face under the mask? I can't, but also it's super not bright. Unless you're talking about this little bit here? Question mark? That might be, okay. Yeah, I could see this being... Oh yeah, and like, if this is like, the neck maybe? I have no idea. Brighten the image? I don't have a convenient way to do that at the moment, unfortunately. Thank you, Edgoy? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Could be that Springtrap is infused with agony. Well, I mean, there might be agony there, but, like, I do think it would... But I don't think that's, like, to the extent where he's, like, an entity... An agony entity, like, on the scale of Eleanor. I think that, like, this is just William in the suit. We need Henry. Henry didn't do much good in the games themselves, I'm sorry to break it to you. I don't think he'd be much help. I don't think they're gonna drop agony in the first movie. Yeah, that might be a bit much. I think they'll drop the possession stuff and maybe touch on Remnant. They might not, I doubt they'd go into, like, the full-blown explanation of, you see, there's emotions, and emotions can, sort of infect the objects around them, and agony is the one that lingers the best, and when emotions and stuff gets into metal, it's called Remnant, and that's how things get possessed. That's a little complicated. This is a parallel universe, right? Yeah. Let's see. William is listed as a co-owner in the film synopsis, so they may involve Henry? Possible. So he's trying to escape. Oh no! Yeah, Mike, you're kinda... This is unfortunate for him. Rip! So that's how he ends up in the torture chair. Dang. There you go! Rip. Though, actually, what's his outfit? Oh, over here. So it does look like it's a different outfit, so I'm not sure if it's an exact one-to-one unless, like, his jacket was removed and then he has the security guard outfit on him. But yeah, this is, William, why? You have a knife! You have a knife. Like, I don't condone stabbing, but you do have a knife. But I do think this would be interesting for, like, if this is the movie's representation of stuffing someone in a suit. William is nothing if not extra. True. This is a true statement. It's the scooper? Probably not. This doesn't look like the scooper at all. Sorry. Scooper's more like an arm with, like, an excavating arm sort of thing. So Mike's gonna die. I mean, maybe. I doubt it. In part because, like, what would they do after that? Unless you want to have Mike possessing an animatronic, which could be interesting, but I don't know if they'd go that far. It had the red eyes. Well, the thing is, the animatronics canonically have red lights behind their eyes, so that does make sense.
Where to?
It's so funny! I'm not over it! I just... Imagine, you're just sitting in your car, and you look behind you, and there's a massive, decaying animatronic just kind of vibing. He's just hanging out, and there's this little girl sitting next to him. There's this little girl sitting next to him, and she's just smiling. He takes it pretty well. Yeah, he really, really does. Man. Goldie has a blue eye? Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. He also only has one eye. The other one doesn't seem to exist, which is interesting. I mean, what would be also interesting is if, like, the eye was a different color depending on, like, if there were two spirits. If the eye changed colors depending on who was in control. Cause that would be... Sans? Sans Undertale. Love that. One eye, one soul, crying child confirmed. I don't think there being one eye means that there's one soul. If he had two eyes and only one eye was lit, then maybe I could get that, but I don't know if I want to go that far yet. Take us to McDonald's, I want chicken nuggets. Just imagine, animatronic gets in your car and it's like, I would like chicken nuggets, sir. Because this is, like, if, like, it is a child in that suit, I bet the child would like chicken nuggets. Oh, man. I think the movie will take place in FNAF 3 because the place is abandoned and is closed down. The thing is, FNAF 3 was a horror attraction based on, the original location. This is the actual original location. Golden Freddy is Sans, is Ness, is Vanessa, is Vanny, is Glitch Trap. Exactly. He looks so snuggly. Yeah, he did there. He looks kind of soft. Good for him. I just... How did Golden Freddy get in his car without him noticing? He would have to open the door and climb inside. How did he not? How did he not notice? Ah, yes, there's a giant bear animatronic climbing into my vehicle. Oh, man. He looks friendly? Yeah, he looks friendly. He teleported? You know what? You're right. And I mean, it's definitely possible. Like, I don't know what's up with Golden Freddy, but he does teleport, so I could get behind that. But it's still funny. How did the guy not smell him? Also an excellent question. Abby obviously opened the door. Well, yes. But I feel like she's less visible than whatever this guy has going on.
I always get the weirdos.
And Question's like, oh, I get the weird... That is the calmest thing. Like, if an animatronic got in my car, that would not be my reaction. Man. Garrett, Mom said it's my turn with the animatronic. Cassidy, no! That's a good one. If not friend, then why friend-shaped? Correct. He disappeared and made his game crash. This is true. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so, like, Abby and Golden Freddy are holding hands. We've already seen this image, more or less. Let's see if it... So, it seems... They seem to be getting along with each other just fine. So I think it's definitely possible that it could be a case of, like, sibling possessing Golden Freddy. Dude's reaction, what happens in Hurricane, Utah? Enough to where I've been told by multiple people that it makes sense for FNAF to take place there. And this is a true statement. I have had several people, including ones from Hurricane, tell me this. So take that as you will. Oh boy. Alright. I'm really excited to see this movie because the trailer looks great so far. Dang, there's no mountains in the background. SMH. I know they filmed this in Louisiana, I believe. But, I have a friend from Hurricane. She's not gonna be particularly happy about the lack of mountains in the background. How do you think the puppet will play into the movie? Well, in the games, the puppet was the one to give life to the animatronics. So I think it's possible that, like, during a flashback scene to the missing children's incident, we might see that. Alternatively, maybe the puppet will actually just be another animatronic at the location? I'm not sure, though. It takes place in Hurricane. That checks out. I guess I underestimated Scott's writing after all. Yeah, apparently! I just... Like, my first reaction was, wow, Utah? Really? Of all the places to set your horror franchise, Utah? And then I talked to people, they're like, oh yeah, Hurricane, that makes sense. And I'm like, What do you mean, sir? What about Balloon Boy? I have no idea. I really do not know. Puppet post-credit? That could be interesting. That might be possible to get, because if they are doing, like, movies sort of based on, like, even if it's not in like, game timeline order, if they're doing movies based on the games, then the next one would be, like, a FNAF 2 based movie, which would involve the puppet and Balloon Boy, so it could be there in a post-credit scene. And then there is the Balloon Boy drawing, yes. The puppet was at the FNAF 1 location confirmed by FNAF 2. Correct. What if Golden Freddy is trying to help Abby get out of the pizzeria because they know the danger? Yeah, I think that's very likely. Alternatively, Mike wasn't there. So it's possible that something happened to Mike, and Abby and Golden Freddy are going to help him. Sans is Abby because short. Oh boy, we've gone a little far from the original thing of Golden Freddy's eyes blue. Huh. Yeah, it'll be really interesting, because, like, I wonder if there will be a post-credit scene, because, like, a lot of movies do them, but, like, there are still some that don't. I don't think Across the Spider-Verse had a post-credit scene. I could be misremembering, though. It will be weird if they try making Steve being a killer a twist, since they made it clear in the lead-up Lillard is playing William. I don't think it would be bad for it to be a twist, because, like, not everyone looks at the cast list. And not everyone will know, and honestly, I think it'll be cool if they play it off as a twist, just because, like, from a narrative perspective, it wouldn't make much sense if they didn't portray it as a twist. If that makes sense?
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that.
Because if they're just like, oh yeah, it makes total sense that this guy's the guy who killed everyone. Also, career counselor, question mark? This man's is a career counselor? Is he, like, working at a school? And if so, who the heck hired him? I don't know what being a career counselor entails and what kind of companies employ them, but, like, I think that just means he's sending people certain jobs. Yes, but wait, he's holding a phone guy. Oh my gosh, Matt Pet's theory was correct all along. Purple guy is phone guy. Yeah, he finds people jobs, but, like, wild. Anyway. Imagine letting Afton into your school. Yeah, he's certified. He has certificates on the wall. Like, he's got an office. He has certificates. What are they for? Was the original thing about him getting, like, some psychology degree? Like, was the joke theory about him having a psychology degree correct? Wild. Purple guy's phone guy confirmed. He used a phone. Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just William's tone here is...
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yeah, and just the little nod beforehand, he's like, oh yeah, heck yeah. Thank you for the $3. What if William and Henry change roles? That would be quite interesting, but I doubt it would happen. Just because, like... Okay, here's my thing. We still don't know what's up with the unnamed female villain. Because that's a casting that got announced. What the heck was up? What's up with her? I don't think we've seen her at all. Absolutely his wife. Yeah, that was my guess, was Mrs. Afton's situation, but, like... Because it could be a case of, like... Maybe William and his wife are sort of working together, and, like, the owner of the company isn't him, but it's his wife. And that's how he's able to get in there and get up to shenanigans? it's really, really interesting to me. Just because, like, as much as, like, okay, because, like, some people have said, oh, they've showed everything in this trailer. But the thing is, we got that a casting announcement for an unnamed female villain. And I feel like she's going to be important in some way. We see a woman in the car. Let's see. Where is the ghost children? Where do they go? Where are they? Okay. Here we go.
Thanks for the heads up.
Ah!
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
I don't remember where exactly the whole
Tell me
thing
how
is,
to
so I'm just
stop
gonna... Where is the
It's
ghost?
too late.
Hello, William.
Robbie, go!
Also, I think it's very interesting that William's, like, just humming. Assuming that is William. The clock is familiar, like the one in Sister Location Michael's room. I don't know about that. What do you mean the unnamed female villain is Carl, of course? Ah, clearly. I passed it. Yeah, that checks out. I just... So much in the trailer. Where's the car? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, unnamed female villain is interesting, and I don't know what's up with her, and I want to know what's up with her. We'll find out in the movie, very likely. Man. Uh-oh. Stream unavailable. Can you guys still hear me? Uh-oh. Oh, am I back? Oh, I'm back! Woohoo! Oh no, what happened there? Alright, I don't know what policy I supposedly violated, but, cause, like, I've been reacting. It appears to have been taken. Okay. Alright. That was terrifying. Copyright issue? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, boy. Okay. Ah! So thank you to everyone who stuck around for that. I will be playing less of the trailer from now on. Okay. Freddy sniped me for watching his trailer. Apparently, like, Universal Pictures. I am sorry, guys, but, like, I thought you wanted people to watch the trailer, you know? Like, we're just talking about it. It's fine. Anyway. Oh, man. Go to the seat where Michael puts on a tie? Why? Like, early on? That one? Oh, that clock? Oh, okay. That's the clock you were talking about. Interesting. I think that could just be a neat little Easter egg, but it is interesting. Definitely Universal, not Scott. Oh, yeah. If Scott was having issues, like, was copywriting, claiming things that, like, it would be within his rights, but there would be, like, no ruined trailer reactions and all that. It's definitely a movie trailer thing. I'm just glad that they put the stream back up, you know? Oh, gosh. Oh, man. That was interesting. Blumhouse didn't want you to figure out the lore. It seems so. I was getting too close to spoiling the movie by talking about the unnamed female villain too much. You're not a paid advertiser? Exactly. I'm a free advertiser. I'm doing this for free for them. Technically. Man. For some reason, the peeps behind the FNAF movie dislike people from actually reacting to things sometimes, especially this trailer. Yeah. Like my last stream, it didn't get content claimed until after. But man. There's a casting for Mike's mom, but I'm still, the unnamed female villain is copyrighted. So it seems. Is Garrett a hallucination? I assume he's dead at this point, so I don't know if I'd say just hallucination, but like could be remnant ghost hallucination sort of deal. Or a flashback. Do you think Scott will make a cameo in this movie? I would like for him to make a cameo in this movie. I do not know if he will. It would be neat. What if the unnamed female villain is an adult Charlie bot? I hope not. As much as I like robot people, and I do genuinely think the robot people idea is interesting, I don't really want her to be a Charlie bot. It wouldn't make much sense narratively. The reason, like, the Charlie bots worked in the novel trilogy was because we were focused, our main character, it was sort of a plot twist reveal that, oh yeah, she is one. I do not want... I like robot people, but I'd be surprised if they included robot people. Whoa, what the... Okay. Maybe idsfantasy is the villain. Maybe! You never know! Blumhouse, how unfortunate! How unfortunate! I'm gonna do a sneaky thing. Oh, that was a nice joke. Wild. Okay. But yeah, so... I mean, this looks like a nice house. I'm just gonna, like... So, car. There's Mike. He's just kind of vibing. The trees are dead. Yeah, just the lack of mountains in the background. This is some... If they are going for the movie also being in Hurricane, this is some weird Hurricane if they don't have the mountains. Maybe it was the music playing that killed the stream? The thing is, like, all the music was like a remixed Toreador March? So, like, maybe, but I don't know if that would be, like, enough, if that makes sense? I don't know. CGI mountains. Might not be the best idea, but it would probably help somewhat with some things.
Calling to see if that...
And yeah, so this is like a while ago given the phone style. So what my guess is, movie-wise, is, so we have this scene of where Mike beating the dude up in the fountain. There's a scene of Mike beating a dude up in a fountain somewhere. Oh, here's the car.
It's too late.
Anyway, so they're where is it? I know it said it was there. Never mind, I don't care. So there's the death trap. But yeah, there was a scene of Mike beating up some dude in a fountain. And this thing is being difficult. Anyway.
It's too late.
So my guess, Mike had a job. William offers him a job. Mike loses his original job. And that's, unfortunate for him because he ends up taking the job at Freddy's. And he brings his sister to a very haunted restaurant. Because, sure, I guess. 206 is the scene I'm talking about. Ah, there it is. Mike beating up some dude in a fountain. Fascinating. Alright, so Mike beats up some dude in a fountain. He eventually gets a job at Freddy's from William. He goes to Freddy's. Vanessa's like, yo, the robots are haunted. Watch out. And he's like, the what now? And then she's like, yeah, they're gonna yoink your sister. And he's like, excuse me, ma'am? Sister is sort of vibing. So I do think it's interesting that, like, we hear a scream, but I'm not sure if that's Abby's scream or if she's just startled. Because I think we hear a similar scream from presumably Max. And so that would line up with the animatronics attack adults rather than kids. You know? I'm sorry, Mike. Abby dying is a canon event. Oh boy! But yeah, so I do think that Vanessa's wrong about the animatronics wanting to make Abby one of them, because that was the thing. Like in the novel trilogy as well, the animatronics grabbed a kid, but they grabbed him to protect him from what they perceived as a threat, not to actually hurt him, and he was totally fine. Because the animatronics, they attack adults they view as a threat because it was an adult that killed them, and whatnot. But yeah, so it's really interesting, I'd say. Matt Pack gonna enter with a Freddy Fazbear costume and flamethrower? Maybe. Can we stop the spam? It's blocking chat, which makes it hard for ID to interact with us. This is correct. I've been, like, starting to block spam, like, put spam messages in timeout. I hope Golden Freddy is simply vibing. Yeah, so do I. That'd be cool. I miss when we saw the fountain scene was being filmed. Yeah, that was... Man, this thing was being filmed, like... It's almost July now. We got July, August, September, October. And then the movie's out. In the first scene, Abby's clothing looks like the puppets that endangers her safety, given the dead kids tend to dress like their animatronics in the movie. I think that's somewhat to do with the kids who are already possessing animatronics. I don't know if that would count for, like, kids who aren't yet possessing animatronics.
Hi, this is Mike.
Unless Abby is possessing an animatronic, in which case, oh boy! That's unfortunate! ID is purple guy clearly by her purple necklace. Ah, yes, of course. Some interesting editing is when Vanessa says they want to make her like them, and there's a frame with Foxy. You can see Abby chilling in the background, blurred with the wall of drawings. Yep. I believe... I remember seeing that one. It's just really hard to find specific scenes. Okay.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Abby?
Yep. They want to make her like them. And... Oh, okay. So Foxy... I didn't notice Abby in the background of this shot. So she seems like... And the thing is, like, it's turning to look away from her. And my guess is it's looking at Mike, and Mike is seeing Foxy and Abby right there. Unless it's, like, doesn't actually line up. Because I don't remember the exact layout of this room. Yeah, he's protecting her. Yeah, exactly. I think Foxy in this scene is, like, trying to warn Abby, hey, we got murdered here, stay away from the adults. And then Mike runs in, and Foxy's like, threat? Threat to friend's safety? And then there's the cupcake, which is alive, I guess. Maybe haunted? I don't know. But yeah, so, like, Abby is just, like, sort of looking at the stuff. And then Foxy turns and looks. Yeah, that is a really interesting bit of editing. Y'all hear how slow Vanessa says that line? Like, kind of sinister slow, you know? Yeah, and she's being unusual, like, she's being weirdly vague. She doesn't have to be, but she is, and that's a little bit suspicious. can't wait for the one you shouldn't have killed to actually be put in the cupcake. Yeah. Who possesses the cupcake? Either Chica's soul extends to the cupcake, or I guess the cupcake's possessed. Maybe by phone guy. I don't know. Mike's first mistake was bringing a child into the building. This is correct. The spirits actually switch animatronics constantly, so they all get to be the cupcake. You know what? Good for them. They can take turns. Are the animatronics in kill mode or something when their eyes are red? I think so. But yeah. Though it does seem like, yeah, the person earlier who mentioned how the eyes aren't red anymore, yeah, their eyes seem to be yellow. And I think it looks pretty cool, honestly. I think it works well. But yeah, so I do think that this is a case of the animatronics trying to warn Abby and protect her, but like all the adults assume, oh, they want us dead, because they do. The cupcake used the ball pit to come from the future. My gosh, that would be quite the plot twist. Vanessa, children went missing. Mike, okay, I'll bring more. Yep! Foxy's eyebrows go up when he looks to the side? Oh, so the thing is, they actually go down, because...
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
So, if this is a case of, So Abby, so they show Abby the wall, and the wall has the picture of all of them in Spring Bonnie. And then there's the shot of Foxy turning, and when he turns, his eyebrows go down, so that makes him look angrier. And then that cuts to Mike. So I think what's going on here is, like, Foxy's just kind of vibing, like, he's concerned for Abby's safety, and then he turns and he sees Mike, and it's like, I need to protect her. Remember you can press comment full stop to go frame by frame? Yeah, I've been doing that. I just also like to press play just to, like, better show things. But yeah, that's a really interesting detail. Abby is not short for Elizabeth. I don't know where people got that from. Abby is just short for Abigail, or Abby is just her full name. Yeah, people found some website somewhere that said that Abby was a nickname for Elizabeth, but, like, that doesn't really make any sense to me. The connection I can see being drawn is maybe Abby being an anagram of baby, but even then, like, the role played seems to be quite different, so I'm not sure it actually matters. It just seems to be, like, its own set of events. If Mike is William's son in this, animatronics would be more angry because of some resemblance. The thing is, I don't see much resemblance between Mike and William in this movie, personally, but maybe. What's different than in the teaser? Just the eyes? Yeah, in this, the animatronics' eyes seem to be more glowing yellow than red. What if it's the same ball pit from Into the Pit and Abby goes back to 1985 and finds out what happens? I think it's possible she could get memories of that. Has there ever been a cop in the books? Yes, there has. Carlton's dad, I believe. He was a cop, he shot William. Yeah, so that's a fun thing. William, as Springtrap, gets shot in the books. Clayburg and Larson. Yeah, Larson's a detective, so I don't know if that counts as a cop, but yeah. So there are. The phone call was a flashback and William is already Springtrap. I doubt it because, like, he needs, like, this is the start of Mike working there. I doubt there's been that much of a time gap and that William got springlocked in the interim. Mostly cops don't exist in FNAF. William killed kids way too easy. The issue is they never found the bodies or the evidence, so they couldn't actually convict him. Abby also looks like the baby Charlie bought from the fourth closet. A little bit. I'm not sure. I do think that, like, I mean, if anyone's going to be a robot, I think it's going to be Abby, but I doubt they're going to include robot kids in this. Oh yeah, Officer Dunn was the cop from the Silver Eyes, and William killed him with a knife. That is correct. What if Vanessa is a crooked cop William has on the inside and she's throwing off him being convicted? I think it's possible. I'm not, she seems a little suspicious, but also, I'm not sure since, like, she got hospitalized, so it's not like she's gonna be a twist villain. We have again, the unnamed female villain who we don't have much info on. Abby has brown hair like Baby's original design, right? Yeah. I do think that, like, when Scott was making the original, because for those who may not have seen it, when Scott was designing Circus Baby, she originally had brown hair. But my guess is that's because, the Aftons have brown hair, because, like, in FNAF 4, we see Michael and the Crying Child, and they both have brown hair. So I do think it makes sense that, like, Scott is making a character based on a younger sister or something. And it's like, oh, alright, so we'll give the other Afton kid brown hair, because they all have brown hair. But then that didn't look very good, so then he changed it to having red hair, is my thought. Brighten up the image of Springtrap and you'll see he has a bow tie. This means this is not Springtrap, but Spring Bonnie suit, and since he is heard humming, he has to be alive to do so. Yeah. So he, like, William is definitely alive in this movie, and he's in the Spring Bonnie suit. I'll probably call him Springtrap on occasion, just because, like, I just refer to William in the suit as Springtrap. Honestly, I'll probably mostly call him William, because I just call him William all the time anyway. But yeah, so it is Spring Bonnie with William in the suit, but, like, just decayed Spring Bonnie. Because, like, it is definitely, like, decayed. Hello, William. Where is... There you are. So, like, you can see that, like, there's some withering going on here, but, like, while I cannot brighten my screen particularly, yeah. How does he see out of the costume with those eyes, though? I have no idea. My guess is maybe there's, like, a little screen on the back of the eyes. I don't know. A remnant, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so this... Yeah, I do think that, like, I think there will probably be a spring locking incident in this movie. And then he's gonna be just like, either this movie or if they do a next one, that would make sense. He sees through the knife. Oh, I mean, maybe. Who knows? Okay. But yeah. I don't think we'd have mind control in the first movie as well. I don't see a reason that Vanessa would help William otherwise. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, like, this is a different Vanessa than the games. Just, like, same name. But, like, again, I'm not sure. I doubt... I do think Vanessa's probably fine, but I like to keep myself open to, like, possible ideas. William has a remnant knife confirmed. Vanessa might be the movie Elizabeth. That would be interesting. Because, like, if Mike and Abby aren't the Aftons, then maybe Vanessa's the Elizabeth equivalent. She's got a lot of connections as of Security Breach. Are you hyped for this film or worried it might ruin a lot of the plot, or on the other hand, it might make things much cleaner to understand? So, I'm excited for the movie, and I don't think it's going to do much to impact the plot of the games because it looks to be a different continuity. I think the most we're going to get is, like, general world building and characterization stuff, because, like, we have William in this movie. We're going to get characterization for him. The eyes are see-through? Maybe. They are glowing, though, so he may have light shining directly into his eyes if they're see-through. Maybe William names all his sidekicks Vanessa. Who knows? Maybe. Springtrap has white eyes. Do the colors mean anything? I mean, like, he has white eyes in the games as well. I do know that, like, when the eyes are black with the white dots, then that's generally a remnant thing. Remnant possession ghost stuff. Silver eyes, indeed. I think William's eye color is also, like, his actual eye color is, like, a gray. So, Thighs could be cameras possible. I'm excited to see what Mike is actually like in this movie because that will be how I characterize him from now on. Yeah, fair. I do think you might have to work around things a bit, given Mike in this seems to be very not in the know about what's going on. But it's definitely more than we've gotten to this point. Because, like, so far for Michael characterization, we have his speech from Sister Location, which doesn't have much emotional range. We have the story You Are the Band from Scrapped Fazbear Fright Stories, which it's really funny. Just like, just that, like, it's pretty clearly meant to be Mike, and it's just kind of funny because you have this Michael is socially interesting. It's like, yes, I am going to ambush this woman whose child is possessed and try and get her to listen to me so that I can actually do this. Also, I've been, like, stalking this family because they had a haunted thing. His social skills are a little lacking in that book. But yeah. Movie Mike seems very similar to Logbook Mike, like same sense of attitude and humor. I mean, I don't think we get much of Mike's. We don't get much of Mike in this trailer to where I would say, but we also don't get much of Mike in the logbook. But yeah, there are some similarities. I don't think Scott's gonna have the characterization be like completely drastically different, because this is the Mike equivalent. Daco is one of the people on the Employees of the Month. Yup. It's pretty cool. What are the items on the prize counter? I am not sure. I don't remember exactly. I know that scene was like kind of earlier on, but like I don't know exactly when earlier on. I'm going into the room. Okay. So there's that, and you can't see it very well. I don't know. I know there was like plushies and masks and stuff. So Buff Helpy is canon. What? No? What? Foxy doesn't look like he has a stage. I mean, he might have it. It might just be out of the way. I'm a huge animatronic nerd, so I want to see the behind the scenes of how they work. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I'm just really impressed that they made, like, the Jim Henson Creature Shop made, like, actual animatronics for this movie. And I think that is very, very interesting. It's like, I don't know. Buff Helpy is William Afton. Oh boy. That'd be quite the twist. When Mike crawled through the vents, I like to think Mr. Cupcake was chasing Mike. Possibly. Alright, we're going to, do this. Cool. But yeah. Don't spam in chat. I'll put you in timeout. But yeah, so honestly, I'm really excited for this movie. This trailer looks great. Who are all the people on the Employee of the Month board? I do not know, because I am bad at recognizing people. But we can take another look, and if you guys want to go through and like figure out who these people are, that'd be cool. All right, I'm going to start actually getting rid of these people completely. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, so Daco shot a picture of this. Yeah, so I do remember seeing that on Daco's Twitter account. So like if you guys want to, I at least I think I do. So you guys might want to check that out if you have the time. But yeah. So I do think I recognized this person as well. I don't remember who it is, but it's a person who I recognized. Fusion Z Gamer, Daco, DJ Sturf, 8-Bit Ryan, I think? Possibly. Cool. 8-Bit Ryan's bottom right. Yeah, that guy. I'm really bad at names and faces. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Employees of the month are Daco, 8-Bit Ryan, Fusion Z Gamer, and Baz. I don't recognize the others. Nice. It's kind of cute that the FNAF YouTubers get a cameo in the movie. Yeah, I think it's really cool that they put them in. It's just like even if they don't have a main role because like I don't know if they're like MatPat's an actor, but he didn't even get invited to the set. So I doubt that he is involved in the movie. If he is, that would be cool. But it is neat that they found a way to include give some of the YouTubers a cameo in the movie. There's no shut doors in the office, just noticed. Huh, yeah, that's a good point. They don't have the like doors that you have to press the button and hold. They're just actual doors. Interesting. Are you going to receive a cameo in the post-credit scene interviewing phone guy asking him for information about Fazku? Unfortunately, I can confirm that I am not in this movie. I do not have nearly the amount of clout necessary for that. The movie's age rating is 16 in Finland. Interesting. I don't know how that translates to the US, because I just really hope that it isn't rated R. So far, I haven't seen anything that would like give me rated R vibes. So I'm hoping for PG-13. I don't know. Who was Mike punching? Yeah, I have no idea. My guess is that was like his original job, and then he sort of went a bit nuts. He just sort of lost it a little bit. And went overboard, and then he got fired. Looks PG-13? Nice, I hope so. Small step above 13. Okay. The trailer was 16, the movie isn't. Confirmed. Okay. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't PG-13. Yep. Doors nerfed. Indeed, it appears the doors have been nerfed. This is a sad day for the door community. That is a fountain. A decorative reservoir. Nice. Ah, man. Is there a reason you don't want it rated R, or is it just an icky? It's mostly just, like, I try to avoid watching rated R movies, just because, like, I'm personally not a fan of the stuff that's usually in them. And also just, if it's rated R, it's usually something pretty extreme in there. So if it is rated R, I have a friend who said that, they would check the movie out first and let me know that if it had anything super extreme in it. But yeah, so, and also just, like, I would be surprised if it was rated R, just because, like, a lot of FNAF's audience aren't adults. Like, I understand not letting small children see it, but, like, teenagers, like, and then you make it rated R, and then, that seems off to me. In addition to the age rating, the content warning is horror, no violence mentioned. So clearly, Mike punching this dude in the fountain wasn't enough to give it an age rating, so that's cool. They'd have to make it extra bloody for it to be rated R. Yeah, that's part of why I don't want it to be rated R. I would be a little concerned, and I don't want to see that. But yeah. Mike gets fired for punches and bad odor. Yep, clearly. Yeah, the main audience, I think, would be mid to late teens. Yeah, I think so. R rating usually is reserved for things the movies likely wouldn't do. Violence doesn't tip it over anymore. Yeah, that's my thing. Because, like, if it is rated R, I would be like, what did they include in this movie to make it rated R? Because I don't want to see, like, excessive gore, personally. Like, with FNAF, all the actual gore is, like, cartoony and or 8-bit. blood and stuff. So I don't be concerned. Maybe the trailer's rated higher because of the context or lack thereof and the violent suspense being condensed. Yeah, that's possible. I think the only part that could rate R would be the spring lock failure. Yeah, that could be possible. Though, like, if they don't actually show... Like, they've shown death and blood in movies before with still having it be, like, PG-13. Like, my mind immediately goes to, like, I don't know, like, Endgame? Tony Stark dying? Because, like, there was blood. There was a lot of blood, and also death. But, like, and with the spring locking, the suit is covering most of his body, so you wouldn't really be able to see it? I don't know. We need a new Jeremy. We don't need more Jeremys! We already have, like, 4! Mike seems to be more of a stoic character in the movie compared to Michael in the games and the logbook, probably just to suit the actor more, though. Well, the thing is, like, he barely talks in the games, so he seems stoic in the games as well, but, like, just because, like, someone doesn't talk as much or seems a bit more stoic doesn't mean they don't have a sense of humor and stuff, and also we don't see much of him. He's probably just stressed. Since it's streaming on Peacock, it's probably going to be possible to skip bits you don't want to see. This is true. I would have to get Peacock, though. And I mean, I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. What happened to the security guard in the teaser? Does he get replaced with the new guy? If you're talking about the security guard in the original teaser, I assume? I assume he's the guy before Mike and maybe phone guy? I don't know. Wait, is it going to theaters? Yes, it is going to theaters. It's releasing on streaming and theaters at the same time to make it available. Seeing it in theaters is better than seeing it on Peacock? Yes. I want to, as long as this is not a super gory movie, I want to see this on the big screen. Isn't Peacock free? If it's free, that would be great. I don't know if it is, though. I will have to check. But yeah, I am very excited for this movie to come out. It'll be really interesting to see what they do with it. Because, like, I was wondering, like, I can understand why it took them so long to get settled on a script, like, looking through all the various ideas Scott had, and then, like, if you are adapting the games into a movie, there is not much in, like, there's a lot of lore in the games, but, like, in each game specifically, the story isn't very in-depth, and to make an entire movie based on FNAF 1, very impressive. The movie releases October 27th for y'all wanting to see it in theaters just in time for Halloween. Yep, thanks. Thanks for commenting on that. Phone Guy better be there. I'm gonna sue them if we don't hear hello, hello. That's a mood. If Phone Guy's not there, I'm gonna cry. What are your thoughts on Golden Freddy's design? I think it's neat, and I think it's a good idea that they made him look visually distinct from Freddy by, so he's missing, oh, this, okay.
Why do I always get the weirdos?
So that was mirrored. Oh, because it was in the mirror, right? Alright, like, that was a little confusing for me for a second. But yeah, so, like, the thing is Freddy and Golden Freddy look so similar that I think it's a good thing that they took out the eye and the ear, just to, like, make it more visually distinct. Do you think there's gonna be a chance we see the crying child in the movie? Yes, I think it's very possible that Garrett might be the crying child equivalent. Weird that Golden Freddy has an endo. I mean, Golden Freddy always had an endo. Like, the whole thing with the Springlock animatronics is that the endoskeletons were just pushed to the sides of the suit. It wasn't that it didn't have an endoskeleton. The mirror is made out of mirror. Correct! Yup. If I don't hear someone scream, was that the bite of 87 in the theaters, no matter the time, I will be disappointed. I wouldn't be disappointed. I would be disappointed. But I wouldn't be mad if a bite happened and someone said, was that the bite of 87? I would think that would be funny. This scene is amazing. Fred Bear and Abby in the taxi cab with Corey as the taxi driver with these lines. This is reality. I'm happy. Agreed. It's very funny. Just look at Abby's smug little face. Look at her face. She's just like, yeah. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna kick a child out of your car? Does Golden Freddy actually even have blue eyes? No idea. This one does. What's your opinion on Springtrap's design? I think it looks pretty neat. get Matt's point of view on this. I assume MatPat will be doing a trailer reaction on his own time at some point. Unfortunately, a lot of movie theater audiences are touch and go when it comes to movie interaction, so there will be theaters that don't have people say, was that the bite of 87? This is, yep. Golden Freddy with blue eyes looks great in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks really cool. I think it's a neat design choice because, like, with the other animatronics, the originally red and now it appears to be yellow glow in their eyes, it gives them a much more creepy vibe, but with the blue, it seems more, like, calm and friendly, which I think is nice. MatPat is recording an 1.5 hour long reaction and frame-by-frame analysis as we speak. Very likely. Oh, man. Abby is so chill in this shot, like, how is she not terrified? This is why I think she might be dead. Maybe this is what Vanessa meant by they want to make her like them. Maybe. I assume she's alive here. I just think she and Golden Freddy are buddies now. They're just vibing. Good for them. I like Golden Freddy, but it doesn't look golden enough. It still looks brown, but that's not a big deal. Here's the thing, right? I think the reason a whole lot of people are thrown off by that is because whenever someone's making a YouTube thumbnail, they bump up the brightness on Golden Freddy so much that he looks yellow. But Golden Freddy doesn't actually look super yellow. Like, he does sometimes, but, like, he's like a sort of lighter brown. And I think that messes with people whenever they see, like, Golden Freddy's actual colors, because, like, he's just, like, a sort of light brown. Like, he is yellow, but a yellow-brown. They want to make her like them. They're vibing. I'd love to be like them. Exactly. In fairness, kids do seem to like the animatronics consistently in the games. Yeah, the animatronics may be creepy, but somehow the kids like them, so good for them. They're vibing. It's nice. He's originally called Yellow Bear. Yep. And the thing is, Golden Freddy is much more yellow compared to actual Freddy. But, like, there is... It's not nearly as yellow as people make him out to be. I love how much color is used in FNAF. There's purple and green and ruin, red and blue in the eyes in the movie, etc. Yeah, and one thing that I thought was really cool was in the Springtrap scene. The lighting, you've got red and green. Like, so, because Mike comes out of the vent. Where's Mike then? Where is he?
It's too late.
Okay, anyway, so whenever Mike comes out of the vents, the lights turn from blue to red, I believe. And here we have green lighting in the background, which I think is a nice connection to FNAF 3, and how everything is, like, super green lit. And then we get, where is it at? Yeah, so this, okay, here's the vent scene. So the light starts blue, and it's red as soon as he pokes his head out. And then William is doing William things. And he's got a knife, and he's lit green, and I think it's a neat color choice. Like FNAF 2 Golden Freddy color, not gonna lie, Golden Freddy looked like withered Golden Freddy from FNAF 2. Because of the one ear missing and stuff. Yeah. So I think they sort of combine designs there. They want to make her like them is... Oh! Okay, they want to make her like them is a double meaning. Either they want her to be similar to them, or they want her to like them. That is cool. That's not how Vanessa says it, but that actually makes a lot of sense. I like that. That's cool. Ayo, who driving the car with the ghost kids? Better not be an irresponsible ghost kid driving. Yeah. Spring Bonnie, not Springtrap. Yes, and I don't care if I said Springtrap. You all know what I'm talking about. It's William in the spring lock suit, because Spring Bonnie's just the animatronic. If there's William in it, I call him Springtrap. Oh my gosh, I'm here alive. This feels so weird. Nice. Glad to have you here. No, it's Scraptrap. Ah, no. Spring William. Yes. Gonna go now. Hope everyone had a wonderful rest of the stream, a wonderful rest of your guys' day. Yeah, hope you have a nice rest of your day as well. Is that guy in the road fountain guy? What? What do you mean? Because... So we've got, So, woman, like, someone's driving up, like, someone with their, it looks like someone's got their hood up. And I think someone said that this might be the, this could be the unnamed female villain, but it's not like we can tell in this shot. But that would be interesting, because, like, so we got the kid. So this kid has his, so the kid, probably Garrett, I think, has his hand pressed against the glass. And it's, so it seems like he wants out, and he's being sort of, I think this, like, can you kidnap a ghost child? Is that a thing you can do? I don't know. There he goes. There's, interesting. Vanessa's so relaxed about the info bomb she's dropping on Mike, like, oh yeah, did you hear about the hauntings? Girl bossing at his finest. Real. He looks like he's just saying goodbye to me. Well, the thing is, like, for me, it's the fact that his hand is sort of just, like, pressed against the glass the entire time. It's not moving, and he's not waving, and you can see, like, smudge marks of his hand sliding down a little bit. It's William? Possibly. Plot twist. Unnamed female villain is the murderer, and William is just a quirky furry. I mean, maybe. Oh boy. They start driving and it goes through the glass, staying in place. I mean, like, yeah, how would you kidnap a ghost child? Hand press in a classic frowny face. Exactly. He doesn't look happy to be in that car. The poor kid's been yoinked. Goodbye, Michael. Shouldn't have let me die, because now go fix the movie because of guilt. More female serial killers, feminism. Man. Okay, ways to trap a ghost child. 1, get a vacuum. 2, that's it. See, this isn't Luigi's Mansion. I don't think it works that way. You think that was the guy who got punched? I mean, maybe. Mike doesn't care for that either. He's just like, yeah, thanks for the info. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, Vanessa's like, by the way, so the kids are probably haunting the animatronics, and Mike is just like, thanks for the heads up. Moving on. How to kidnap a ghost child in FNAF. Like a regular child, just take him. Apparently. It looks like a woman driving to me, but not sure. The thing is, like, it looks like there's a hood up, and it's hard to make out anything in the mirror. And then there's Mike. He's just there. I do think it's interesting, like, what is the purpose of the woods scenes? Because it seems like my initial thought would have been like, there's going to be a lot of stuff at Freddy's, but like, what exactly is going to go on? Because like he also calls in like whoever Hank, Max, and the guy who looks like Tubbo. He calls in whoever those are. It seems. I'm like, are they going in to like wreck the Freddy's place and deal with the animatronics that may or may not be kidnapping his sister? Where was that scene again? Here it is. Yeah, so Hank, Max, guy who looks sort of like Tubbo. The wood scene is a dream sequence while Mike is asleep at the hospital. Oh, maybe. The woods look like hallucination made by the ghosts. Maybe. It's really interesting. Mike called the Ghostbusters. Absolutely. Did Mike kill them in the woods and drag them into the restaurant? Yeah, I don't know. Like, why are they there? Why is Mike there? Because he's not in his security guard outfit, so is he just, like, going home one day, and then there's ghost children? The woods is where Freddy goes to slumber during the winter. I don't think animatronics need to hibernate, but honestly, they probably deserve a nap at this point. Who are you gonna call? Phone guy. Absolutely. Mike falls asleep in the office too, so the dream could happen then. Good point. The kids want to touch grass so bad they manifested hallucination woods. Nice. Midnight Motorist connection? Yeah, I think someone pointed out that this shirt looks sort of like Midnight Motorist. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. Okay, you guys can. Anyway, so the shirt looks sort of like Midnight Motorist, which is very interesting. Wasn't William dead in FNAF 1? Yeah, in the games, he's dead, but this is like a different continuity, where it seems like the place closed in, like, after the missing children's incident, and then just sort of stayed closed. There's no FNAF 2. I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that, like, they're not drawing on anything after, FNAF. Like, they're not drawing on much after FNAF 3 for this. They're just drawing on, like, the main original story. I would wear a Midnight Motorist shirt, TBH. Yeah, it would be a good shirt. The Midnight Motorist music goes hard. This is a true statement. I have it on my playlist, and it's great. I play it at work sometimes. The shop feels very, hey, Michael, we're gonna go beat up a quirky murderer furry. A quirky murderer furry. Wanna hang? Yeah, that sounds about right. I wonder if we'll see the shadows. It'd be really interesting if we saw the shadow animatronics, but I think that at that point, like, while game fans might be like, oh my gosh, it's the things again, guess we'll just have to never find out what they actually mean. I feel like if they did show up, we would probably have to get, like, some sort of explanation for them. Otherwise, like, casual moviegoers will be like, what the frick was that? Say quirky murderer furry 5 times fast? I am not going to attempt. Carl is the true villain of the story. Yeah, that cupcake is a little like, they had an entire shot of Carl squinting. It's like, what was the purpose of that? Why would you do that? Unless, like, is the cupcake going to actually be an important character in the movie? Because if so, that would be so funny. Are they holding shovels? Hank's got a bat. This guy's not holding anything. She's just leaning on the car. It looks like he's holding some sort of string or a stick? I can't tell. Where do you think the shadow animatronics do to the lore of FNAF? I think they're, agony manifestations. Golden doesn't have 2 souls like in the games because the other soul is in Cupcake. Absolutely. Crowbar? Maybe. I can't tell. I think it'd be funny if someone tried to bite Carl, but Carl bites them instead. Yup. I feel like the cupcake may be somewhat important. I mean, in a shot with Bonnie and Chica, the cupcake is not there. Yeah, and I think someone pointed out the vent was open as well. Was
It's
it?
too late.
I think it was. Hello, William.
Robbie, go!
There's the child. Okay, yeah. So it was this scene. The cupcake's on the plate, and then there's just this vent thing in the wall, and then it's like, okay, and maybe that's the whole scene with Mike emerging from the vent is because the cupcake's chasing him through the vents. Chica probably, Carl, that kills people. Hydrate or dihydrate, but preferably the first one. Don't die. Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah, so, just, like, collapsed person who may be Vanessa, given this next shot. In which case, what the heck happened to her? Is she okay? Cause it looks like she's on oxygen, which is a little concerning. And this scene is also part of why I'm not sure that, like, I think she might be just, like, genuinely trying to help. Because, like, she got hospitalized. Which is not ideal. Maybe she got drugged? Maybe. The timeline of this movie is confusing me. See, this is why you just gotta, like, take what you know about FNAF, and then you segment it into little boxes for each specific timeline that it's actually relevant to. It's too early for Vanessa to be glitch trapped, right? Yeah. It's definitely too early. This is... glitch trap wasn't a thing until way later, and I doubt that, like, William has virus powers while still as a human, you know? Carl is the unnamed female villain. Man. Springtrap in the vents like in FNAF 3? Yeah, probably. Who knows? How's she going to explain getting mauled by an animatronic to a doctor? The thing is, she doesn't look injured. She just looks unconscious. Which is really interesting. But yeah, so we've got this scene of Mike and Vanessa in the hospital. And I'm really interested for a lot of these scenes, like, I'm really interested to see the context for, like, how, like, if William caught Mike, why did he just he has a knife, why did he just stick William in the chair with the mask? Like, is this, like, a more efficient remnant harvesting method or something? Is this somehow more efficient? Because, like, I mean, I guess you can slice and dice his face, but, like, why? It's very interesting. And just, like, this scene.
Why do I always get the weirdos?
Why are they in the car? I want to know the context for this, because, like, you've got this massive animatronic, just, like, how does it fit? Is he just, like, curled up in the car? How did he get there? And why? It's so funny. Where are they? Where are they going? Yeah, exactly. Like, why are they in the car? Why do they feel the need to get a taxi to drive them somewhere? Like, it's wild. Why? idsfantasy, why are they in the car? Me, why not? Fair enough. That man must have seen some things if he's willing to take an animatronic in his car. Exactly, and, like, wouldn't he be like, well, I'm assisting in property theft. And he just doesn't question how it got in. You would think he would have, like, heard or seen something. But he just sort of looks in the rearview mirror and is like, oh, the animatronic is in my car now. He's not paid enough to care. You know what? You're probably right. How does Golden fit? I don't know. Unibrow Freddy. I don't. It's actually just a shadow, but yes, that was my initial thought as well. As like, wait, that looks different than usual. The car has 3 rows, and the middle row is folded down. Let's see. I mean, I only really see 2. But it could be they, like, pushed the seats back. But they just, I don't know how they crammed that guy in there, but he's there. Like, somehow. It's like a taxi van, so yeah, okay. I just can't see. I just only see, like, 2 seats. I don't know. He could be sitting down like he does in the games to fit too. I mean, yeah, he's probably sitting, but, like, how does he fit? I love how the letters aren't aligned on the taxi cab. Yeah, there's a little swish. Like, they've got some little logo thing going on where it makes the letters, like... Yeah. It's kind of funny. Golden Freddy, his eyes aren't red, his eyes are blue for vengeance. I don't think blue is a vengeance color. Please stop spamming the same message over and over in chat. Maybe his legs are just hanging under the seat. Yes, but, like, that's a very large animatronic, and, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe he could be kneeling, but, like, how is he that flexible? How did he get in that position? I think Mike is inside Golden Freddy and he can't get out of the suit, so Mike called the taxi guy to go somewhere to get rid of the suit on him. That would be very interesting. I would not mind that plot twist, but it would be a plot twist. Golden Freddy magic ghost powers. Yeah, I mean, if ghost children can get kidnapped, ghost animatronics can get in cars just fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll stop questioning it. Golden Freddy can also just float as a disembodied head down the hallway, so why are y'all confused about him in the car? Because it seems like he's physically present, you know? It's a little strange. Teleport was on cooldown. He couldn't teleport himself and the child, so they had to take a taxi. He has limited range. Yes, indeed. Never in a million years did I expect to see Golden Freddy get inside of a taxi. Me neither. I didn't know I needed it, but I love it so much. It is... I just can't. I can't with this scene. It's so funny. Just like...
Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
I can't get over it. It's so funny. He better wait for the taxi, though. Yeah, I'm not sure how the child and the, 7-foot animatronic are going to be paying for the taxi. Golden Freddy can only teleport 60 feet as a bonus action once per long rest. Yes. I love that its design is a mix of FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 with the missing ear. Yeah. I think that, I think that's a cool choice, because, like, yeah, I just think it's neat. It's neat. Circus Baby is 6 feet tall, I may remind y'all, so Golden Freddy must be a similar size since both were made by Henry. Circus Baby wasn't made by Henry, though. In the books, like, the 4th Charlie bot was, but I don't think that, like, in the games that applies. I love how we don't know anything about the game lore, but the confirmation for the movie versus Fredbear was in a taxi with Corey as the taxi driver. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Golden Freddy has to be like 6 to 7 feet tall because an adult worker can fit inside him. Exactly. I really like the Springtrap design and how he retained his wide eyes from the respective game. Yeah, I'm really interested. I stuttered there. I'm really interested to see what they do with William Springtrap, Spring Bonnie, whatever you guys want to call him, in this movie, because, like, he's here. There he is. And there's Mike venting. But here's Springtrap. It's very interesting. Since William is able to live through a springlock failure, 2 fires, and a whole lot of other things, he has defined the term willpower. That's a good one. Man. I don't get the rings around the eyes in all the Springtrap Spring Bonnie renders. I think that's, like, there's a certain kind of eye thing that exists that has, like, that's just, like, part of the thing to hold it there. I don't know exactly how it works, but, like, to me it just seems like the thing holding the eye. Can't get over how big his nose is. I mean, it's a rabbit. Makes sense. Why is X driving the bus all of a sudden, but it's Corey in the taxi? Yeah. It kind of looks like the pinprick ghost eyes, actually. Yeah, and I think that's really interesting. Like it could just be a case of, like, Spring Bonnie's eyes do that, but I find it very interesting, because, like, William isn't dead in this movie, as far as I'm aware. Because he has a job. Under a false name, but, like, it's the same dude. Boop the Springtrap snoot. It definitely goes off of shark rules, right? I mean, I think if you punched William in the face, that would be a pretty effective way at getting him to not be an issue anymore, because that would likely trigger the spring locks. What did you think of the trailer overall? Been at work for 5 hours and still don't know how you've been streaming for over 2 hours. Is MatPat there with you? No. So I think the trailer's cool. I just like talking a lot and interacting with chat, so it tends to go, like, most of the reacting was within the first 10 minutes, and then I've just been, like, clicking around and talking. I mean, if MatPat wanted to do a reaction thing with me, I would not be opposed, but I feel like it might be a while before I can get any sort of invitations like that. Do we have any idea on where the vent is? Because I do not remember a vent being in FNAF 1. I mean, this place doesn't seem to be identical to the FNAF 1 location, so I'm not too bothered by it, but I do not know where the vent goes. And we like hearing you talk. I'm glad, thank you. William has different fake names. Yeah. And someone pointed out earlier, I think, that, like, I'm not exactly sure if it's, let's see. Someone said earlier that it was an anagram for everlasting, but there isn't an I in there, so I doubt it. But if that was accurate, that would be cool. How many fake names does William have? Well, in the Silver Eyes, he goes by Dave Miller, but that's the only one we had confirmed up until now. We have Steve Raglan. Was so confused when people said the trailer came out because I forgot the other thing was a teaser. Totally understandable. William Afton has both a fursona and a normal guy sona. Yeah. You see, you've got William Afton, and then you've got his normal guy sona, Steve. Oh, man. Everlasting. Yup. Are we just assuming it's William? No. We know that, so this is Matthew Lillard, the actor, and, at least I believe it is, unless my face memory's failing me again. And Matthew Lillard is playing William Afton in this movie. So even though the name says Steve, we know from looking at the casting that it's William. People going in won't know it's William, though, if they haven't looked at all of this. Much love found your content because of MatPat. I'm glad, like, nice, cool. I don't know how to respond to things, sorry. I'm glad you're here. I think Circus Baby isn't Williams, which I believe is confirmed in The Immortal and the Restless and FNAF world. I could maybe see it for The Immortal and the Restless, but, like, I don't think FNAF world is particularly strong confirmation. Thank you, Historia, for the $10. Really enjoy your videos. I missed most of this stream, but look forward to any analyzing. Nice, thank you. He has a nice shirt, yep. William got upset because Michael interrupted him playing Minecraft, his favorite game, because the main character shares his love of the name Steve. Man. Oh, the stream is back? Yes. For some reason, the stream was down for, like, a grand total of maybe 20 seconds, but we're back now. I guess they copyright claimed the stream temporarily, question mark? I don't know. Oh my gosh, you're still streaming? Yep, and I'm having fun, so... I thought Scott said FNAF World wasn't canon anymore. I think what he said was he regretted trying to make it connect to game canon, so... I think it still has, like, some connections, but, like, I don't think, either way, I don't think the gray dude is meant to be Henry. I think it's another representation of Scott. Because, like, Henry didn't die in the games until way after. And in FNAF World, the gray dude died. I decided to draw Springtrap and the stream is great background audio. Nice. Is that the same sweatshirt in the corner as the person that was in the car that had the kid in the, with the plane? Maybe, I'm not sure. It's half canon. Yep. Let's see. Why does William use all the most basic names ever, like Dave and now Steve? Well, on the one hand, his name is arguably more basic than both of those, so he's ramping up the slight differences. I know significantly more Williams than I know Davids or Steves, so... William Afton needs more of that purple drip? Oh yeah. I'm really interested to... I took a film class this last semester, and there were units on, like, costuming and color and framing and stuff, and since that class I've been, like, analyzing stuff a lot more with things like this, and so I'm really excited to, like, go into the movie and see what I can pick up on. People don't know William's a killer because he's not purple. I mean, he is trying to, like, disguise the fact that he's the killer, so he went with blue instead. Fair enough, William is going through name changes. He's no longer a basic boy. William's next name, Bob. That'd be funny. Imagine if FNAF actually has a Zelda-like timeline split. Well, we've already got, like, 4 or 5 continuities? Scott making 2 representations of himself in FNAF World is honestly so funny. Of course, the 50 versions of the same bear guy wouldn't be satisfied with the one avatar thing. Yeah. They're just different facets of Scott. You've got the part of Scott that's angry and the part of him that's like, ah. I think Mike stops bringing Abby with him at some point, but Golden Freddy needs her for something important, so he pulls in Marley's ghost instead of ghostly flashbacks. It's a literal taxi drive. I mean, you never know. Maybe. Gotta get back to work, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. And also, congrats on almost 100k subs. Yeah, thank you. That's the thing that's almost happened. I am still haven't processed that. So if you guys haven't subscribed, almost to 100k, we're getting close. This confirms that Steve from FNAF VR is William Afton. I don't think so. I wish they could have had it rated R. We're pretty much all adults at this point. Here's the thing. While a lot of the older fans are adults, like the people who've been here for a while, or like, I'm an adult, but, the thing is, like, if rated R is, like, over 18, and as far as I'm aware, and the thing is, like, a decent chunk of the audience is under 18, and I don't think that they would limit the reach of the movie that much. There wouldn't really be much point. Like, if you could do this movie as a PG-13, I don't see why they wouldn't, you know? R rating doesn't mean it'd be good, though. Exactly. Just because something has a certain rating doesn't mean... It's not an indicator of quality. I've seen PG movies that I like more than some PG-13 movies. Like, it really... What depends... What really matters is the story and how well the film is executed. You gotta think of the Security Breach fans. Most of them are younger than 18. Yeah, pretty much. Rated R is 18 plus, not over 18. I mean, technically speaking, you're only 18 the day you turn 18, and then you are 18, like the moment you turn 18, and then you are 18 plus. And then you're over 18, you know? Some of the newer fans seem to only like the merch and people using FNAF models as odd VTubers. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Either way, like, my main hopes for the movie is that the story is good, and I like the characters, and preferably there isn't gore all over the place, which hopefully shouldn't be an issue. ID, do you think we are going to get the name of the crying child in this movie, and is Scott going to troll us and decide to name him Jeremy? I think the crying child equivalent character is Garrett. So, who I'm 99% sure is... Let's see if we can...
Go!
I'm pretty sure this is Garrett, and I'm pretty sure that if there is a crying child equivalent in this movie, it's him. The issue is, this doesn't seem to be the Afton family, because you've got, like, Michael and William do not seem to know each other. Michael has a sister named Abby, not Elizabeth. And so if this is the crying child equivalent for Mike, that's because we have Abby existing, it's unfortunately technically not a name confirmation, but, like, there are worse things, like... We've been calling him the crying child for so long. If calling him Garrett is what it takes, that's fine. The only thing making this movie rated R would be to allow for gore, and I don't think they need that for this movie, so PG-13 stays. Yeah, that's what my thought process is. I thought the crying child was Evan. That's a common name that people use. It is not confirmed. Like, if people, like, I've seen a whole bunch of, like, in my comments, a lot of people will just use one of the various fandoms' names over the years, so I've gotten, like, so, like, stuff like Norman or Chris and Evan, those are the ones I usually see, for the crying child, but, like, none of them are actually confirmed names. The guy who's stopping Mike from beating that man in the fountain is named Jeremiah. We got another Jeremy, guys! We don't know how it happened, but it did. FNAF. Real. That is very accurate. It's like something happened. And then this other thing also happened. Wasn't Golden Freddy a fan name by Markiplier? Yeah, Golden Freddy was just like people kept calling it that, and Scott's like, this is good, we're going with this now. Nah, not Jeremiah Bartholomew. 5 Jeremys at Freddy's. Real! Honestly. I think the Evan one came from the logbook, which I think is where we got the name Cassidy too. Yeah, the name Evan came from the logbook, but the way that it was found didn't actually work, as far as I'm aware. Why are you streaming the trailer for 2 hours? Technically, I haven't been while the trailer has been on the screen for 2 hours, I have not been playing the trailer for 2 hours. I'm just talking about the movie and some other stuff with chat. Purple Guy died before Phone Guy, but Purple Guy also died after FNAF 1. Confusion. So, depends on the continuity, because in the games, you've got William dies, then Phone Guy dies, and that's it. And then FNAF 1 happens. In this movie, it seems like that we don't even have a FNAF 2. We just have Missing Children's Incident, FNAF 1. So, and then in the Silver Eyes, William was still alive as well. So I think it's just for the sake of the narrative. Why are you not streaming the trailer for 4 hours? Exactly! Not surprised if in the future one of William's fake names is going to be Jeremy. Yeah, probably. I think E, V, and A were the letters found, and the person filled in the gap to make Evan, but it could have easily also been Dave or something. Yeah. The real reason William used the name Dave Miller. What are you more excited for, Ruin or the movie? Ruin is sooner. So I'm using I'm funneling all the excitement towards Ruin at the moment for the most part. But I am very excited for the movie. The fake name Jeremy would 100% be the one he gets spring locked in? Yes. Love that. I think the movie takes place right before FNAF 3 because we see Springtrap and the guy at the desk is not William. The thing is, the guy at the desk is William. This is William. The name Steve is a fake name. This is the guy playing William. And I just don't... I'm we see a guy in a spring Bonnie suit, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's been spring-locked, therefore not necessarily, And FNAF 3 was, the horror attraction, rather than an actual restaurant. Ruin is next month. Yeah, and, July is the end of this week. July 1st is this Saturday, I believe. And, we're in the final countdown as long as they don't delay it. The movie comes out 9 days after your birthday? Cool. Mike and William don't seem to have met, only over the phone, so maybe that's why Mike doesn't recognize him only by voice. Well, the thing is, it sounds like Mike has been, let's see.
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
So they have interacted previous to this. So I think they probably had an in-person interaction because, from what I can tell, he's got a little card thing that he used to call, so I assume that was, handed to him by William. Do you plan on live streaming Ruin, maybe? I'm thinking I'm gonna try that. I might stream Security Breach first, the main game, but no promises there because sometimes stuff happens. But I do plan on streaming Ruin. And I will die so much and probably scream because, despite being a horror game YouTuber, I do not like games where you can die. The only reason I can handle, like, Tears of the Kingdom is because you can run from things and teleport out of danger, and I don't think you can do that in FNAF. So it's like a Silver Eyes type deal where William is able to go in and out of the spring-lock suit. Yeah, so he hasn't been, like, spring-locked yet. The spring locks haven't fired, he isn't trapped in the suit. It's okay, I can be emotional support, thank you, November. Are those two shots even connected? Could be a stitch of two different phone conversations? I don't see any reason why this would be stitched weirdly, because, like, it's
Hi,
just
Mrs. Mike
being like,
I was
hey.
just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes.
And then William saying yes, and then explaining the job and stuff. My guess is William saw Michael get fired at the mall and offered the job there. What I think happened is, my guess is William offered him the job earlier, and but Mike didn't take it because he had the job at the mall. But then he got fired after beating up the guy in the fountain, and then he took up the job with William. Security breach is probably buggy enough for you to teleport to safety. I mean, the thing is, I don't know how to do it. And I might not be able to teleport in the exact moment I need to, you know? Don't worry, ID, if you stream, you have us here to chat, to make tons of weird and maybe funny comments to counter the scary stuff. Well, thank you. I have a theory for Golden Freddy's eyes. What if it's because one is destroyed, the vengeful spirit, and the other is fine? So what if that since the eyes are blue, that's why they share half? I think it's possible, yeah. What location did Purple Guy die at? FNAF 1 location. It's very interesting. I hope Ruin isn't super buggy like Security Breach. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they've changed things, because, like, some things they could probably reuse, but they've also, like, had to change up the map and stuff. But hopefully this time they actually had a decent idea of what their limits were, and so things are more under control. Will there be multiple movies? I think Matthew Lillard said that he was signed on for 3. So, assuming this movie does well, my guess is yeah, there'll be multiple movies. William sliding over to Michael. Hey, buddy pal friendo, you want a sketchy job? Yeah, that's so it seems. I wonder why Scott didn't choose a different name for the protagonist, considering he really doesn't seem to be Michael. So the thing is, like, he's doing it based off of FNAF 1. And, like, Mike Schmidt is the name of the character in FNAF 1. Michael's a common enough name to where I can sort of see it sliding. And there are plenty of other things in the movie that do show that they're pretty distinct. So I'm not too bothered. I was a little annoyed at first, but, like, I've come to terms with it. I think Afton is controlling the other animatronics since they normally don't have torture devices and protect children, not hunt them. Golden Freddy's eyes are different since they're not affected. I don't know about that because, like, the animatronics do attack, they just only attack adults. And so Mike and Vanessa, who are adults, would be attacked, meanwhile Abby would be protected, but they might not. But Mike and Vanessa might assume that they're going to attack as well. I think people are taking the trailer at face value, and it's entirely possible the footage is edited to hide spoilers. Yeah, I also think it's possible that, like, because we're seeing, like, we see William, we see Springtrap, we see all these other things, like, people are assuming, oh, okay, they're showing a whole bunch of the movie here that's going to be interesting. But, like, again, who's the unnamed female villain, and why does she exist? She was one of the first 4 casting announcements made, I believe. We had Mike, Abby, William, and unnamed female villain, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's definitely possible some editing's going on here. I mean, as there should be. If they're not editing things well, then what are they doing? If Afton died at the FNAF 1 location, that would mean he died after FNAF 1, which would mean he died after Phone Guy. La contradiction. No, because in the Follow Me minigames, the animatronics have buttons like their pre-FNAF 1 designs, implying that they were moved to, like, an older building, which was going to become the FNAF 1 location. And then after William dismantled them, they were rebuilt because they couldn't afford new animatronics, but with new casing that didn't have the buttons. Because, like, when you're making I've heard people say, oh, but the sprites are inconsistent, like, Chica doesn't have her bib and stuff. But the thing is, when you're making a sprite for a video game or something, you're simplifying a design and excluding details that otherwise would be there. You're not adding details that don't actually exist on that character. So, like, color differences are one thing, but it's another entirely when it's like, Scott didn't bother putting Chica's bib because we all knew to assume it was there, but he did go to the effort of putting buttons on Freddy and Bonnie in that minigame, you know? Everyone is Jeremy, people are just in denial. Real, yeah, pretty much. Didn't we all come together and agree that the unnamed female villain was the ones who took the stream down? Yeah. She didn't want me exposing her secrets, so the stream got temporarily taken down. People think everyone is the Mimic, but what if everyone is Jeremy? I think I saw the FNAF floor. Real. But I think it'll be really interesting to see how this goes. You've been live for a while. Yeah! I like streaming. It's fun. It's a fun time. Not like the animatronics. Those are not a fun time, despite their name. Regarding the button situation, wouldn't you say Scott is pushing the fandom's buttons using buttons? That's a good one. Imagine if Scott made a cameo in the movie. I think that'd be really cool. I'm just not sure if he would be willing to... I think it'd be cool if he did. But given, like... I don't know if he would be comfortable doing that. Because, like... I don't know. Like, we barely have... We have pictures of him and stuff. And I just don't know if he would feel like... I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to, like, assume things too much, but, like, I wouldn't be it would be cool if he was in the movie. I just wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't, if that makes sense. Scott deserves to have his mandatory phone call cameo. Yeah, if Phone Guy isn't played by Scott, and Phone Guy is, like, if Phone Guy's voice on the phones, and the one guard guy isn't Phone Guy, and it's not Scott, I'll be kind of sad. But I'd understand. Dehydrated. Drink water, guys. It's healthy and such. Anyway. I think the unnamed female villain has something to do with Fazbear Entertainment. Yeah, I think that's very possible. Like, if William is just... Here he is. If William's just a career counselor, that implies he's not claiming ownership of the entire location, which is very interesting. Liquid acquired, good. But yeah. Is there any other questions you guys have? Or topics and stuff? Because I think I've mostly exhausted things I have to talk about personally. Then who's the owner? Henry? Not sure. Could be the unnamed female villain. Is the police lady the unnamed female villain? No, that's Vanessa. Where is Henry? No idea. Could be a similar situation in the games where he exists somewhere. I think it'd be interesting if Steve isn't Afton's alias, or I don't know how to pronounce that word. I never get it right. But actually a separate person who he's impersonating to herd Mike into Freddy's. That's an interesting idea. I'd be interested in what his diplomas are. Yeah, like, I think we made a joke last reaction stream that he's a therapist, and that's his psychology degree on the wall. Henry is the unnamed female villain. That would be a twist. Do you think Markiplier will be in the movie? I'm not sure, because he was busy filming the Iron Lung movie during the same time period as far as I'm aware. Can you recap what you've talked about for the past 2 hours and 30 minutes? Just joined. So, trailer stuff. Mike gets a job after losing, presumably, his other job. The animatronics are probably trying to protect Abby rather than kill her. I think it's really funny having Golden Freddy in the car. Afton majored in child psychology with a minor in pain, yes. Both pronunciations you had for alias were correct, depends on the area. Cool. Vanessa is in this, so where does this game actually... So this isn't a game, this is the movie, and it's not part of the game timeline. There's just a character named Vanessa because I assume because she has a similar role. The unnamed villain is not Henry Emily, she's Emily Henry. Yep.
Why do I always get the weirdos?
She's so smug about it, and it's so funny to me. Yeah, Markiplier was offered a role but turned it down for scheduling conflicts. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, he might be in the movie in like a super minor capacity, but I don't know. Could Henry have been framed by William so the reason he's not there is because he's in prison? I think that's totally possible. Because, like, in FNAF 1, the newspaper says there was a suspect who was charged, and it also says convicted, even though those are two separate things. But, like, we also have Henry who's not there the entire time. And in the novel trilogy, some people did suspect Henry. Because William was the actually, like, friendly, outgoing people person, where Henry was that weird, awkward guy in the corner who would just stare. This shot of Abby radiates the girl in front of the burning house meme. It really does. It's like, I got the animatronic, what are you gonna do about it? Do you think it's Springtrap or Spring Bonnie? I think it's Spring Bonnie with William inside, so I have no issue with him being called Springtrap personally, because they're very similar in my mind. So does this mean that Golden Freddy will be good in this movie? Yeah, I think they're drawing a lot from the Silver Ice trilogy, because you've got a chill Golden Freddy, you've got William alive, and doing stuff in the Spring Bonnie suit. You've got police officer, and whatnot. Do you think we'll see the spring lock failure in the film? I think it's totally possible. I know the pain of seeing Golden in the taxi because I also struggle sitting in cars. That is unfortunate. I still have no... Look how big his head is compared to Abby! Like... His hat must be brushing the roof. Where is the rest of him? Will we see the puppet? I do believe that there was a role announced for the puppet in the movie, so I assume so. Yeah, guys, I got 6 hours of sleep. So, I'm a little tired. Anyway, what other sets of animatronics would you like to see in the movies? In the movies in general, it probably won't happen, but I think a sister location movie would be cool. But because I think they're going just based off of like 1 through 3 and maybe some of 4, I don't think they're going to have that. I think Scott said that he wanted movies based on like FNAF 1, FNAF 2, and FNAF 3. So my guess is that's what like future movies would also be as well. Sleep. Look, I went to bed before 5 a.m. And that's what matters. I think. Golden Freddy's hat must be clipping through the roof right now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's a ghost. It's probably fine, right? Sister Location basically is a movie, to be fair, with a couple of gameplay bits. Yeah, and that's probably why I like it more. I like playing video games, but I mostly just play Pokemon. I don't like jump scares. Consistently sleeping for only 6 hours a day can decrease your expected lifespan by a decade. Don't miss sleep, please. It's not good. See, I usually get 8 to 9 hours of sleep because I sleep in until like 1 p.m. most of the time. But it's just, I checked my phone. And then I'm like, wow. Oh crap, the FNAF movie trailer is out. I gotta get on this. I'm late. So... But yes, don't be like me and go to bed at, like, do not go to bed at 4 to 5 a.m. It sucks. Like, don't break your sleep schedule like that. It's a bad plan. Would you try to be in it if they offered you to be in the sequel? If they offered me to be in it, I would absolutely say yes. I doubt they would, though. The taxi probably has a top hat because of the clipping. Yeah. I mean, in FNAF 1 in the trailer, you've got Freddy's hand, like the robot bits clipped through his casing. So why can't the other, like, why can't Golden Freddy? He's more of a ghost. FNAF is more important than sleep. That's what I learned today. No! Don't do that. Sleep is good for you. I was just already sort of awake. Would you ever play FNAF World? It's almost like Pokemon. I think I've played 30 minutes of FNAF World. But I didn't go very far? I don't know. I might give it another go at some point. Do you think William will be as insane as he is in the Silver Eyes? I mean, I think that Silver Eyes William is probably a pretty accurate, like, William depiction across the board. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Thank you, ID Plays 600 for the $5. I like your channel name. Nice. Thank you. I noticed that you also have an I and a D in your name. As a college senior, sleep does not exist in my vocabulary. Sounds about right. I'm from Australia, so I just got up from a full night's sleep. Nice. Should take a nap after the stream? Yeah, probably. But yeah, so I think this is really interesting. I definitely see some Silver Eyes inspiration as well. I agree with the massive head. How does he fit? Yeah, like big. This is like tiny child, large animatronic, but whatever. But yeah, so it does seem like a lot of this movie is drawing from elements of the novel trilogy, which I think makes sense. Like there's some like in the Silver Eyes, some things were altered so that it would be more compelling for a book. And so similarly, I think things have been changed to be more compelling for a game. And I think like yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how it's handled. You're still reacting? Yep, I'm still here. Though I might finish up soon if people don't have any other topics for me to discuss. You can really see how the bite would look in the film because of the size of Golden Freddy here. Yeah, like you can definitely fit a child's head in that thing's mouth. So ID, you should play this small game that not many people know about called FNAF. It has tons of many things to theorize over like this trailer, but more, and it's pretty good to play before sleep. Maybe not. ID's fantasy is the unnamed villain theory. I am not the unnamed villain, I can tell you that much. Help Wanted 2. I think it's really interesting, and I'm not... It's hard to go off of just the one trailer, so my guess is it's going to be, like, some stuff from Sister Location and stuff. And I think it, like, might be connected to Cassie, given Cassie has a Vanny mask. Or so it seems. I think you're going to beat MatPat for most long reacting video. I believe I already have, unless he's had one that's gone, like, over almost 3 hours? I don't know. We'll see. By the way, the cupcake looked like they were judging Mike for taking the job. Yeah, honestly. Can we talk about how fast the movie was recorded? Yeah, it was really interesting. So I mentioned the film class I was in earlier, and I was talking about the FNAF movie with the TA for that class, the teacher's assistant. And I mentioned, oh yeah, they started filming in February and they're finishing up in April. And I'm like, I think it might come out by the end of this year. And he's like, that would be kind of fast. I'm like, well, they could. I think they could pull it off. I don't think they're doing much in the as much effects as most movies. And he seemed skeptical, but I was right. I was right. ID already beat FNAF's reaction video by an hour and a half. See, he kept his reasonable, and I just kept talking. I mean, it took them 8 years. Yes, This is true, but that was just like the pre-production. So yeah, most of the movie is practical, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. Without spoilers, how different was this to the leaked trailer? It was very similar to the leaked trailer, but it was much easier to make some things out, and as such, it's very cool. The unnamed female villain is actually Scott. That would be rather interesting. Do you think that Hank in the movie is Henry? I'm not sure. I doubt it. Hank seems to be more of a side character, so I'm not sure. If you do a reaction with MatPat, the stream will be 10 plus hours. I mean, if he lets it last that long, but I'm pretty sure he has stuff to do in the day. FNAF called it quits on the analysis due to a medical appointment, but still a W is W for making a longer and better reaction. Yeah, like, I do remember him saying on Twitter that he had a medical appointment today, so that does make sense as to why his was shorter. I was kind of surprised. But yeah. How are you? I'm doing good. Could the little girl be a robot? I think if anyone's a robot, it's her. What happened to the lady that grabbed by the hand in Freddy's mouth? Was she pulled into the suit? That's all that I can assume, because she gets lifted off the chair and it falls over. She's been consumed, I guess. What's the best FNAF song? If we're talking fan songs, I like It's Been So Long by the Living Tombstone. But if we're talking in-game songs, there are a few I like. I like, Alchemist Fantasy, Smashing Windshields, that's the Midnight Motorist song. I like, Last Breath from Ultimate Custom Night, that's the one I use in my videos. I like Caught in a Loop from Princess Quest, there's a lot of good ones. Have I played Bendy? Nope, did a theory on it, though. Here's the daycare theme. That's cool. Yeah. I am really excited for Ruin to come out, because, like, it looks so interesting. I'm a little scared of all the theory chaos that's going to ensue afterwards, but I think it's going to be cool. Demolition Inevitable. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. You're sleeping on DA Games songs. Those are fire. Fair. Still alive? That's surprising. Yeah, I'm still going. The scene where the person the kid gets lifted off the chair is probably the most confusing. Wouldn't the kid be inside the suit? I don't think that's a kid. I think that's the person facing the suit. Cause where was it? Yeah. Was it this? Yeah. So there's a person and she's looking in, and then the hand comes out. She screams, and then gets yoinked. So. Who's Mike fighting in the pool thing? No clue! My guess is that's how he gets fired from his first job and why he has to end up working at Freddy's. That's Max getting lifted? Yeah. Come back 2 hours later and you're still alive? Absolutely. Oh, right, someone mentioned JT Music. Join us for a bite? 10 out of 10, I love it. But yeah. I'm just staring at the lighting like, oh my, like, it's got the green and it's got the purple, and it's so FNAF, you know? It's very neat. Why did the stream end? The stream didn't end. It said that the stream was taken down for policy violations. I assume the policy I violated was playing the trailer, because I can't think of anything else. But it's back now. It just kind of fixed itself after a few seconds, so that was nice. Mike probably got fired because he didn't put deodorant on and his coworkers got sick of it. Maybe. But yeah, I'm not sure I have much more to talk about. So if you guys won't have any last minute questions, I would ask them now. analyzed the trailer with a friend and realized they used real FNAF merchandise on the prize counter. That's cool. How could we have Golden Freddy be Fredbear? I mean, he's too big for Fredbear, and Spring Bonnie would have actually been Cassidy. I'm not sure what you're trying to imply there. Maybe Mappa was right and the unnamed female villain is Mrs. Afton. Yeah, I think that's definitely possible. Do you think Cassidy will be in the movie? I don't know. I actually, the thing is, like, so far, each continuity's had a different Golden Freddy, so do you think the music from FNAF, any music from FNAF World is calming? I don't know, I haven't listened to much of it. Do you see the Max as the 87 victim thing above? Yeah, I just don't think that works since this isn't 87. Are there chances of Matthew Lillard being shirtless in a scene? I doubt it. What do you think the movie is going to end? I think it might be Mike getting a pink slip or something like that. That would be really funny. Is William alive in the film? Yes, he's alive in the movie because it's a different continuity. He's alive, but he wears the Springtrap outfit and whatnot. Do you think the ages of the characters in the game matter? They're like 50 to 80 years old right now. Well, at this point in time, this is like the 90s or something. I'm pretty sure they said they wanted 90s vehicles for the movie. So my guess is I don't know, Mike is like 20s. So, have you heard of the Rockstar MCI? Yes, I have. Do you think Cassie is the vengeful spirit about when she was alive? I think Cassie in Ruin is meant to, like, be a parallel to Cassidy in Princess Quest, but I think she's Charlie. Is the movie canon to itself and to FNAF, but not to the games? But will he stay alive? William will probably be dead, eventually. Do you remember that one story from the gang books where the kid reaches into a spring lock suit and gets spring locked? Reminds me of the one hand in the suit scene. Fair! Wait, does it show when the 5 kids died? I don't know if the movie will, but we do see the 5 kids. Do you think Charlie will be in the movie? The puppet is supposed to be, so probably. I think Vanessa is wrong about the animatronics wanting to kill Abby. It might be a civil rights situation where everyone thinks it's so, but not. We see Foxy chill with Abby, after all. Yeah, because, like, there's that one scene where, like, Foxy's totally fine vibing with Abby. And then, like, he turns and, like, Mike is there. And, like, so Abby's there. And then he turns and sees Mike and his eyebrows go down. Which is very interesting. What if we see the shadows? That would be interesting. Because we might get an explanation for them. But if they aren't going to give an explanation for the shadow animatronics, I don't think they'd include them. Because that would just be confusing for the audience. Are you happy with what you've seen in the trailer? I don't know how to feel about William being alive and wearing the suit, but I'm sure it'll be good either way. I think it's really cool. For me, I don't mind because it seems pretty clear that the movie is its own separate continuity from the game, so things can be moved around a little. I think those scenes are spliced together. I'm pretty sure the shot of Abby was her looking at the pictures. Well, yeah, but like if we go here, Abby is in the background. She's right there and she's looking at Mike. And when Foxy's looking at Abby, she's totally like Foxy's fine. He's vibing, but then he turns and presumably looks at Mike and his eyebrows narrow. It could be an editing thing, but I also think that facial movement is interesting. So my guess is like the animatronics are trying to like warn Abby about the danger here of William and whatnot. To me, the red eyes show the anger of the bot. Yeah, possibly. Why do you think Golden Freddy is friendly to Abby? Possibly sibling privilege. Also, like, the animatronics are usually chill with kids overall, but, like, I do think that it's possible that, like, Garrett is the Schmidt's, brother, and then he might be in Golden Freddy, you know? Do you think that movie Mike is not, William's son? I don't think Mike is going to be his son in this movie. Film has changed the eyes because people didn't like the red. Yeah, it does seem like Foxy's eyes here are yellow, and I do think this is good. I like the way this looks. Do you think Vanessa's lying when she says the animatronics want her to become like them? Either she's lying, or she's misinterpreting what they're saying, or someone pointed out. Yeah, it's interesting. Do you think the movie is happening before as well as during the murders? I think there might be a flashback scene to that. Is William alive or is he, like, stuck with the spring locks? He seems to be alive, but he still uses the suit. Better question is, why would the animatronics be aggressive to children when they're possessed by children? Their beef is with adults, not kids. Exactly. What's your favorite FNAF games? I like the lore-focused ones, because that's what I'm interested in. So I like Security Breach, Sister Location, Pizzeria Simulator, are probably my favorites. Do you think the kid with the striped pajamas is Cassidy? Are you talking about, like, at the beginning with Abby? Because that... Or somewhere else with Abby? Because I don't know. I do not think they changed it based off criticism. I'm pretty sure this is how it was always supposed to be. Yeah, that's also possible, because, like, as you edit, you decide some things look better than others, and so you make changes. Who's Abby? Mike's sister. So if we go to the end of the trailer again...
Why do I always get the weirdos?
That's Abby. Tiny child. Look at her go. But yes. In the forest, the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure only one of the ghost kids in this movie... Anyway, sorry, I'm just thinking. Anyway, what do you think the cutoff is for your chill to kill for the animatronics? Well, in the Silver Eyes, I think all the kids are... Well, they're not technically kids, but they're teenagers. So teenagers count as adults in the kids' eyes. But there was, like, a younger kid who was, like, maybe 12, I don't know. And he was fine. Abby's a menace, I love it. Yeah, she's great. She's just vibing. It'll be interesting to see how Golden Freddy gets out of the taxi. Yeah, that's also an excellent point. Like, he somehow managed to get in, but how's he getting out? I'm gonna dress up in a suit when I see this in theaters. Honestly, sounds great. I've considered, like, finding some sort of cosplay I would want to do, but I don't know. The casting mentioned a female villain. What do you think their role will be? Probably the owner of the restaurant. But, I'm not sure. Probably Mrs. Afton or something, I don't know. Since they're possessed, if you are old to, like, look like an adult to an 8-year-old kid, you're an adult to the animatronics. Yeah, cause like, when you're younger, like, even people who aren't much older than you can feel a lot older than you, so that's probably why the teenagers count. Why is Golden Freddy so massive? I don't know. I mean, like, lore-wise, someone had to fit inside that thing. So, I'm gonna wear every FNAF thing I own when I go to see it in the theaters. Valid. Do you think Freddy's is abandoned or just declining? William says that it's closed.
Hi, this is
Security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
Yeah, so the place is closed, was shut down years ago, owner's not ready to let it go yet. It seems like the animatronics are aggressive to Mike, but not Abby. Yeah. Why would they need a security guard if it's closed? I don't know. Prevent theft? Presumably. Any thoughts with the forest scene and the kid driving off? My thought was, like, if that's a ghost child, how is he being driven off? But I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's very interesting. Who's wearing purple when going to see the movies? It's a good one. It's a good idea. I would do that. What would the animatronics think of Vanessa? She's an adult. The scene with Abby in the drawings reminds me of the scene of the Silver Eyes. Exactly. Like, there's the scene in the Silver Eyes where the drawings, like, shift to show Spring Bonnie and stuff as a warning or whatever. It's very interesting. Have you discussed the scene with the body in the living room? What's your thoughts? Maybe Vanessa. Because, like, the next scene cut is her in the hospital bed.
Bobby, go!
So there's the child. Okay. Yeah, because the next scene is Vanessa in the hospital bed, but, like, there's something that had to happen to get from point A to point B. So I'm just interested, you know? Is Henry Emily there or a different owner? We don't know. What if in the end credits scene they have a shot of Enward walking around the sewers near Freddy Fazbear Pizza? I feel like that'd be very confusing for most of the audience. I've searched up the movie's age rating, and this is identical to an R rating in the US, blah, 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 as Blumhouse is keen to show the movie's true dark side. I don't know if I would trust that out. I'm gonna hold off until we actually get a specific rating. Because, I don't think we even get one in this trailer. Whoa.
Where to? Why do I always
It's
get
still
the
so
weirdos?
funny to me. Yeah, because we don't get an age rating. We just get, it's coming out 2023. Who's William? William Afton, murder guy. If I don't hear follow me when William tells the kids to come with him, there's gonna be people that will die in the fire. I take it that's the song reference. Who's William's actor? Matthew Lillard. I think they will mix elements of the classic era with some stuff from the sequel era, with stuff like Vanessa being here and there being a kid with an animatronic working together duo. Yeah, that seems likely. Do you think Mike Schmidt is Mike Afton, or does the movie toss this theory out the window? I don't think Mike Schmidt is Mike Afton in this movie, but I don't think it tosses the theory out the window because the movie's a different timeline. Plot twist, purple guy is phone guy. That would certainly make MatPat happy. I need a noir detective film featuring Abby and Golden Freddy. That would be great. Is phone guy in the movie? He has not appeared, and so far seems to have been replaced by a tutorial lady. Where is tutorial lady? Where is she? I don't remember when exactly in the trailer
All
she
you
was.
have to do
Okay, it was around here.
is keep your eyes
think.
on the monitor.
Coming close? Is this?
Welcome to Freddy
Tutorial lady.
Fazbear's, where fantasy.
So, as far as I'm aware, William was giving instructions, like, all you have to do is keep your eye on the monitor. Meanwhile, you've got tutorial lady as the actual tutorial. It's very sad, but oh well. There are worse things. Imagine if Mike gets in the time-traveling ball pit and sees the MCI. I think it's possible that here Abby might see the MCI through, like, the memories and stuff of the ball pit. I think that'd be really cool. Is Vanessa different to the one in Security Breach? Yes, she is. It's just a shared name situation. Why has there been a wave of YouTubers reacting to songs and theories? I don't know. I haven't been, so... Other than, like, me, like, talking about theories for the specific purpose of saying why my theory is different or something. I'm worried Golden Freddy is going to be possessed by Mike because when Abby is leaving, it's with Golden Freddy, not Mike. Also, when does it take place? Yeah, I think it'd be really interesting, but I don't know how they would execute Mike possessing Freddy. I think it'd be really cool. I would probably write a fanfic about it, but I don't know how they would have that happen. As for when this takes place, probably sometime in the 90s. Do you think we're gonna ever hear Henry's speech to William in Pizzeria Simulator in the movie? I don't think so. Just because, like, I don't think they're drawing from that far down. Vanessa being the new Jeremy. Yeah, we're gonna have, like, 7 Vanessas. But yeah. You write fanfiction? Yep. I sometimes think, wow, this would be a kind of fun plot to have happen, and then I write whatever it is, and it's fun. Scott said he'd make a trilogy. What do you think the other movies will be based on? Probably, like, just continuing stuff of FNAF, like, relating to FNAF 2 and 3? I don't know. I believe movie Vanessa is a version of game Vanessa. She's blonde and officer knows Freddy's. Yeah, that seems very possible. I think it is good to, like, draw that there is a distinction there. So is the puppet in there? Yeah, probably somewhere. I think she's had a casting listed. AO3, yeah. You are my favorite FNAF YouTuber. Thank you. Do you post it? The fanfiction? Yeah. Imagine we finally see who causes the bite of 87. That would be interesting, but I don't think the bite of 87 will be a thing in this movie because, like, Freddy's closed after the MCI, and it never reopened, and the bite of 87 was at a reopened FNAF 2 location. All Michaels are Jeremy's if you try hard enough. Oh boy! Can we see your fanfic? I mean, if you check my Tumblr, I link to them. I think the puppet is the one driving in the dream scene because of the head shape. I think that's more of like a hood than the actual puppet itself. Whose hand is sticking out of Freddy? Probably one of the ghost children. Just like... I don't know who else would be in the Freddy, you know? Where do you post your fanfics? AO3, mostly. But yeah, so, the mental image of the puppet driving a car is so cursed. Yeah, like, how would it pull that off? I'm not sure that would be very feasible. I feel like this movie will fit very well into the game storyline. It's not like Scott is gonna do some crazy stuff like in the books. Well, I might disagree with you on that. I don't know if we'll get like Fazgoo levels of crazy or whatever was going on with Gumdrop Angel and Kids at Play. But I do think we're gonna be seeing some pretty interesting stuff, and like I don't think it's gonna be perfect, like fit in the games sort of deal. Roadwork had Vine, but Puppet is the driver. Yeah, I sure hope it does. If the puppet can drive, then Charlie deserves a gold medal. Yeah, like, that is a tiny child possessing a rather unwieldy looking robot. So... yeah. And now that I've gone for about 3 hours, I should probably go and eat lunch. So... yeah. I'm really excited about this. This looks really cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the movie. If there's more trailers and stuff to react to, I'll react to it. This video is going to be unlisted, but if you guys want to find it again, it'll be under my past live streams playlist. So, hope you all have a good rest of your day/night, and, yeah. Cool. Bye, chat.